Welcome back to Fables on Tables, a tabletop RPG play podcast. As the river around them turns to ice, so too does their fortunes. Something sinister lurks aboard. Hopefully, the boys' newly found friend, Mallow, can help solve this grisly murder. Tall Tales from Biffton, Episode 3.
Whoa. Intrigue.
Oh, yeah. Are you want to play?
I like that.
You like,
I'm into it.
you like where we are?
I'm scared and would like to leave.
You should be scared,
Good.
Mr. Mallow. Where you... First off, Brett's back.
Hey. Hi, guys.
Hey, Brett.
It's
I
Brett.
made it.
I think we're just gonna, we're just gonna play these guests out, see where their characters go. Maybe a few episodes, maybe one. Maybe Mallow will die horribly this episode.
I don't know. That's up to you and the awful decisions I'm going to make
Correct.
today.
Yes. Yeah. You could be dead very soon, or you could live for a long time.
I made a half-hour drive. I really want to die
deserves
right
at
away.
least
But
30
I
minutes of
might
entertainment.
stay and listen, maybe.
Sure. That's what a lot of our listeners say. Yeah.
Actually, I don't think anyone's listened.
No, not yet. But my mom keeps asking about it. So
Oh, yeah.
she's about to.
Yeah,
Um,
totally.
yeah, we're gonna get around to that. But Mr. Mallow, we left off with you down below the bottom of the ship. You're in the kind of storage area and where a lot of the crew sleep. And you were hunting for your friend.
Yeah,
right?
I was looking for Perry.
You're looking for Perry. And you found a small blood trail that led you to a door. You went ahead and opened the door. And on the other side was a dead squonk, to which you didn't know what that was.
I had no idea.
Which
what
was really
it
unfortunate that I didn't tell you already. But that's okay. So Squonk is a lizard person, and he's one of the crew. He works on the ship.
Yeah, is his name Squonk?
His name is Squonk.
Okay.
So I was sort of speaking wrong when I said that.
A
But
dead
A
squonk.
dead squonk, but I
Yeah.
just...
Because I was like...
Squonk's gonna squonk,
Yeah,
you know.
Squonk is gonna squonk.
He's gotta... But you find him with a pool of blood around him.
Yeah.
And he looks horribly drained. For the amount of blood you see, it kind of looks odd at his current condition. He looks desiccated. It's almost like you would think there maybe should be more blood here. But So you're standing in a little pool of his blood and this desiccated squonk in front of you.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
First, I exclaim in the crudest fashion that Mallow knows how, and I say like, "Bog butts, are you okay, Mister?" And I go walking up to this corpse, and I want to
yeah.
I want to check on him.
You want to investigate it?
Yeah.
Sure. You want to do a medicine check? Are you trying to save him? Do you think you can save him right now?
I would absolutely try to save him.
Yeah, then do the medicine check.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh. That's probably not correct. That's an 8.
Okay. What would you go down to feel for a pulse? Kind of put your head up to his head. You don't really know what you're doing, but you're digging around in there, and there's no heartbeat, no nothing, and he is super dead. You've had some encounters in the wild. You grew up out here, so you've seen some kind of grisly stuff.
Yeah,
I would
death is.
imagine.
I'm not a stranger to death.
Right.
But I might be a stranger to murder.
Sure.
So
Right.
So I'd start I imagine I'm going through the steps that were taught to me by my my swamp family,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like trying to resuscitate this man. So I'm
Okay.
like jumping on his chest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm slapping him like a few times in the face, and I'm like, "Come on, wake up!
You
Wake up!"
you jump on his chest and it caves in
my
dust,
God.
and you're standing in his body now.
Uh,
And you slap him across the face.
no. If
Okay,
it
yeah,
caved in,
Then you're gonna stop with that.
I stop
So now you just do
because
a
I
little-
feel like I just made things a lot worse.
Yeah, you maybe you just killed him.
Exactly, that's going through my head. So Mallow stops, like frozen.
Sure.
There's like dust like settling
Yeah,
around
the
me.
room. It's hard to see.
And I just do and I just start running out of the room fast as I can, like slipping on the blood.
Yeah.
Maybe I fall in it and like just scramble back up, slam the door open, and I'm just running down the hallway screaming at the top of my lungs.
Excellent. Yeah. So the boat wakes up at this point. You're running around screaming.
I'm trying to find Clay.
Okay. Yeah. You go back upstairs to the room y'all are all staying in. I think you were all hanging out in Bogey's room. Is that right? Watching the Rush Hour marathon, or
They
we find-
skipped
we
the
find
rush
some
hour.
movies?
yeah, that's what the only thing that's
Can
on.
you give me some? This might hurt the flow. But
Yeah.
Just what time is it? What day of the cruise is it?
So this is the beginning of day 3
Okay,
of
great.
the cruise, and it's like 6 in the morning right now, 5:30 maybe.
Yeah, none of us have slept, right?
We haven't long rested since the bark adventure.
This would count as a long rest. Y'all were
So are we back to?
y'all
Except
gambled
for
a
me, because
little.
I've been investigating the whole time.
That's true. You have been investigating all night. You've
I've
been,
been watching Rush Hour.
y'all have been watching.
You didn't sleep at all?
No, remember I rolled for investigation. I rolled a nat 1. And so the rule was I stayed up all night
You
long
just went off looking.
trying to find
Right.
the ultimate player of hide and seek.
So
Playing the whole Rush Hour marathon though.
yeah,
I can only take a
There's
short
ending
rest.
in Fifth Element.
it's a
Why?
Chris Tucker marathon.
Yeah.
Well, because a long rest requires like actual sleep, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like 8 hours.
Well, how long is the marathon? What is it?
Y'all
end?
probably. I mean, there's no one can sit through all of Rush Hour, so you probably drift in and out.
Bogey will.
Are you a big fan of
Bogey's. Yeah, Bogey wants to enjoy every moment of this vacation.
Okay, well, if you don't think you got any rest during this,
Short rest. I'll take a
that's-
short rest.
Okay.
So like 30 minutes of like while I'm watching it.
You will
Recuperating.
incur exhaustion the first
Oh,
level.
no.
If you, I mean, that's
That's right.
Yeah, well, I'm on a vacation.
Yeah,
This is
sure.
what we do. You stay up
Party
all night
hard
watching
the beginning.
Rush Hour. So I'm just
No,
gonna take a
I
short
would.
rest.
I would
Okay.
definitely be drifting.
yeah. So
in and
you
out.
All right.
just
But-
Bogey and Mallow have one level of exhaustion. which-
But can I just ask?
Yeah.
For the purposes of changing, have I now seen these people? Because I have to see someone to change into
have you
them.
seen Chris
have
Tucker?
I now seen Chris Tucker?
You've seen him over and over and over again.
and Jackie Chan.
And Jackie Chan. Ugh. And Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, yes. That's what I needed.
And Eva Longoria?
Oh, I'll just...
Is that who's in the Fifth Element? Is that right?
Fifth Element? No, that's Mila Jovovich.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
And they got that alien at the beginning. That
Yeah, the blue
really
alien. Yeah,
crazy
that's
alien. That might be too big. I don't know. I can't turn into that large of a...
You can definitely
You could
turn
turn into the opera singer.
into the opera. That's who you're. Yeah, you can turn into that.
Sick.
But it's gonna be confusing
For everyone.
for everyone.
But then I'll realize there's a stone in your stomach that I need.
Ooh, I hope you don't realize that.
Oh, you never know. At any case, you're clutching your pillow, watching the end of Fifth Element, and you hear Mallow screaming down the hallway, heading toward your door. Bogey.
I want to come in like right before when it's like getting to the conclusion.
Yelling.
The door just bursts open and I'm covered in blood.
His feet are covered in dust.
Wait,
too.
why are you covered in blood? Was there blood?
There was blood, yeah, like leading into the room, and when I ran out, I slipped.
You slipped.
He's yeah, he definitely got a little on him.
Yeah, so I've
Oh,
got
man.
blood and just like
And
weird,
dust.
and I've never bathed, so it's just all.
We knew you were like looking for your friend. You're playing hide
Yeah.
and seek, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like,
You didn't even find your friend, did you?
no,
No.
but yeah, I burst in, and I'm like, I'm still just, Dean, and I like climb up onto your bed. I'm getting like blood.
Oh
and stuff
god,
like
no,
every-
not on the. Get off the sheets.
No, Dean, you have to help. I think I may have done something really
What have you
bad.
Oh no, Mallow.
I was looking and there was the blood and I
Mallow.
jumped on it.
Oh no, that sounds so terrible. I'm trying to still figure out what the fifth element is, though. So do you mind just holding on? There's about 20 minutes left in this movie. There's just about. I don't know. I know the 4 already. I'm a master of them myself. I don't know what this fifth element is. I'm trying to. I haven't figured it out.
The door from across the hallway opens. He goes, "It's love, Bogey. The fifth element's love, you idiot."
That's not very clear.
Ah.
That doesn't even make sense. How do you? I can't control love.
He shrugs. He's like, "Actually, that's a good point. I don't know how but it's love. It is love."
Get out! I'm shut. Is my door open?
Um,
Mallow.
I'm still sobbing.
I slammed the door.
Bogey, he slammed it in his face, and you just hear him chuckling down the hallway. But people are starting to get up around the boat now because you were yelling out there. So I don't know what y'all want to do. You just want to finish the fifth element, or
I'm
I
hiding
wanna
under
finish
his
this.
blanket.
I would go to him if I hear him screaming.
yeah.
Wherever. I guess I'm just like across the hall from you, right? Or a couple doors down.
You were in his room watching the
Oh, okay.
marathon, right?
Yeah, we're watching it
So you
together.
woke
Got a little
okay, so I'm there.
You want to know what
Great.
the fifth element is?
He just told us it's love.
That's it. This is very. I don't get it.
I'd rather find out why he's all bloody and dusty.
All right.
I'm under the covers. Like there's a mound.
All right.
Just
Fine.
shivering under
We
the
we should
covers.
keep him covered. In fact, can you? Does
What is that all over you?
he have a shower in his room?
No,
Any like sink?
there's a sink.
The gnome can shower in the sink. He's tiny, right? He can at least take a little bath. Get in the sink. All right, I'll run some warm
Can
water.
I try to tell
for
what
him.
is all over him? Do I know?
Yeah,
Is
sure.
it
Give me an
clearly-
investigation roll.
I was gonna do medicine.
You can do either one.
21. I'm
Yeah.
not proficient.
Okay, you look at it and you can tell not only is it blood, but it's just a lot of odd-looking dust and like even a desiccated lung is attached to the back of his leg.
Oh, no.
Like
How much of it is on my bed?
a lot.
Mallow.
Dude, it was
Is he in the
awful.
shower? Are you in the shower now?
I'm still under the covers.
Put him in.
Until
I'm gonna
someone-
like pick him up in his little wad of the blanket and just dump him in the shower.
It's a sink. There's no shower.
Yeah, you can put him in the sink.
I put him in the sink. He fit in there.
The
Right.
president.
I ran him some warm water, so just plop him in the tub.
So you're cradled in the sink, and
Yeah, I'm not coming out. I'm still like wrapped in
Balled
the blanket
up.
as it's just soaking wet.
Where did you do? What did you do?
I think he found his friend. Maybe.
Maybe seems kind of like.
Am
Did
I
you
supposed
kill?
to-
Did
am I
you
supposed
kill
to
your
kill
friend?
your friend? Oh,
Can I pull the blanket off of him and like hold him up?
I didn't, Clay, I didn't mean to.
What'd you do?
I stomped on him. I was just trying.
Why'd you stomp?
Because he was hurt. He was really hurt.
his story doesn't make
What does
sense.
he mean?
He must have gotten
What
too
happened when you
excited.
stomped on him? Okay, can I investigate his dust to see if it's like?
do you want to follow the trail?
Like an urn type, like something you'd find in an urn.
I think it's hard. Yeah, you can investigate. It's gonna be
I want
hard.
to try. I just
'cause
want to
I
try.
think dust is dust.
While you're doing that, I am like trying to explain as best as I can. I was like, I went downstairs and I was looking for preparing.
19.
19 for you're just trying to investigate what kind of dust this is.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to know if it's like something from when you burn a corpse, I think that's pretty recognizable, but if it's just desiccated, maybe it's different.
I don't think there's much of a difference in dust in general.
It's very fine.
People's dust?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Just,
I
like,
don't really know that much about it, but in any case, I mean, I think you put the pieces together that like someone's probably dead, and somehow Mallow was involved in some part of this process and got a lot of it on
But
him.
he said he jumped on top of them
Yeah.
and they exploded.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking
Into a cloud of dust.
it exploded into
Yeah.
dust, and I don't know why there'd
You
be
could-
blood.
You could figure that out. Yeah.
Mallow, did you stomp on Sherry?
I don't know who Sherry is.
What-
Isn't
what
that
did-
your friend? What's his
Was he
friend's
a
name?
lizard?
What's your friend's name?
What's your-
Wait, a lizard?
Perry's still down there.
Oh,
Perry.
sh-
Yes. Did you stomp on Perry?
No, I would never.
So who did you stomp on?
I don't know. It was a man with a lizard, and he looked like the lizard man, and there was blood in the door, and I tried to help him, and it just
The
made
sleep-
things
the-
worse.
The sleeping bag on the ground stirs and pops up, and it zips down, and Purvis is standing there.
Purpose.
And he goes, "Stand back, I'll handle this." And he turns around and he opens up your little window and just starts vomiting horribly out the side of the boat.
Purvis, did you miss the fifth element?
What? It's wiping. Oh, the fifth element. That's a grand old tale. Yes, of course.
What is the fifth element?
Water, earth, fire, lightning, shadow, light,
Yes,
darkness,
Yes.
ice,
That's what I thought.
grass, leaves.
Purvis, hush for a moment.
Yes, sir.
You rescued a lizard guy, didn't you, when we were boarding?
It could be the same lizard guy that... Oh, wait. You mean Squonk?
Squonk.
Did you stomp on Squonk?
Y'all know that there were 3 lizard folk crew members for sure. Like y'all saw 3 when you boarded, so it could be one of them.
Could have been Reef or Pip. Who did you kill? I want to turn the water back on and put the blanket over his
Oh
mouth.
my god.
Who was it? I'll turn it off.
I'm not really sure what you're doing. I'm just like, that's interesting.
We do this to students when they don't fess up.
Oh.
I don't know. I can show you. I know where
Yeah, take
he
us
is.
there.
Okay, but I don't want to lead because it's scary.
Okay, did we clean him off enough? Is he not
Yeah.
totally covered in blood?
Purvis goes, I'll handle this. And he just balls him up and puts him like a baby on his chest and is like patting his back and is ready to roll. If y'all want to.
Oh, great.
You can see clearly his dusty footprints leading back down the hallway from whence
Okay.
he came. So
Do you want to, like, ride on my shoulders or something?
Oh,
that make you feel better?
Purvis is carrying me.
Oh, Purvis can
Yeah.
carry you.
Yeah.
I'm bundled up.
That's great.
he's swaddled.
Okay, he's swaddled. Oh, I see. He's going to keep
yeah, I'm doing
holding
the
him.
whole.
Okay, well, let's follow the tracks.
Okay. Yeah, you head down to the bottom.
And, like, dust them away as we
Oh, you're
follow
trying to,
them,
like,
too.
wipe them down?
Yeah,
Okay.
just, like, clear them away.
Sure. Yeah, you're doing that, and it leads you down to the bottom deck, and you see 2 other lizard folk staring into the room that his tracks lead to, and it's Reef and Pip. And y'all approach, and you see Squonk on the ground, dead, and his chest is caved in. He looks like a dried, desiccated corpse, and there is some blood on the ground too. And then there's like a lot of movement in the blood, like
Is there like a
someone-
gnome imprint all over?
a perfect imprint of mallow in it. Yeah, what do you want to do?
Mallow, you need to fess up to what you did.
I went to help.
He didn't do it. It's just a little wood thing, wood nymph guy. He wouldn't do it.
Reef turns around and looks around and goes like, "What? You guys know what happened? What's going on? What?"
It was me.
No,
killed
no, he did not.
I didn't mean to.
I mean, that does kind of look like a gnome right there. I'm not looking at it.
He was on the ground when I found him, and I tried to bring him back. I was jumping on his chest to make him move, and then it collapsed, and it was dust, and then there was the blood.
Well, hang him from the rafters.
Well,
Yeah, bring him.
hold on.
Bring him
It's all I
back from,
deserve.
bring him back from what?
The dead. Or sleep.
He was dead when you found him, right? He was dead. What did he look like?
So I didn't do that. I mean, I did that.
Yeah,
But I didn't do this. And I pointed all the blood
Okay,
on the ground.
so he didn't kill Squonk.
Well, someone did.
We should find them, but this gnome could not have done it.
At that point, you hear over the intercom of the boat, the Captain Armand comes over, and he says, "Oh, we've got a little team meeting this morning. Why doesn't everyone make their way up, and we'll have some coffee and cake and a few changes to the itinerary. If you wouldn't mind everyone coming up, thank you." And it shuts off, and at that point, Perla and the other 3 hired like sword guys that y'all saw her come downstairs and approach the body, and they're starting to investigate what's going on.
Shut up.
If there was anything
Shut
you
up.
wanted to do, like you saw them approach, so if there's anything you wanted to do real quick, like to the body, you can. Like I'll give you a moment to do that, but if you're just ready to go.
Do something to the body.
Like if you wanted to investigate something.
I want to look at it and see if it's Squonk.
Yeah, it's definitely Squant, for sure.
Purvis, what do you think?
He's patting Mallow.
Yeah, I won't go in the room.
He says, "Looks like he had a hell of a night.
I say, me too. Let's get out of here.
You know, I could really go for some coffee and cake, and maybe an Irish coffee or 5." He winks at you, and yeah, he's bored with this, so he walks off. With Mallow.
Follow him.
Okay, all right.
I just want to look and maybe like a nature check, see if there's anything I know that might turn something to dust.
Sure.
Or like suck all of its blood.
Yeah,
out.
give me a nature check.
17.
17. You notice a lot of things, like there's definitely some slash marks on him.
Okay.
So something attacked. But also you see that there's definitely some sort of magic affected him. It's not just like you see the physical damage, but then you also see like there's some arcane effect that happened to him as well. So, but beyond that,
Made him a dust statue.
yeah.
Okay. I'll go.
Okay, so you do that. You head upstairs, and everyone on board is now up on the deck, and they're walking around. The crew's passing out a little coffee and cake, and to anyone who wants some. And Captain Armand steps up and he goes, "Oh, hello! Thanks for coming up so early. Sorry about waking you." And he says, "I hope you all slept well. Had a good night. Been a quick change to the itinerary. See, we're gonna move back the shuffleboard tournament tonight. Just push it back an hour so we can have a quick funeral for Squonk. Just a little remembrance. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about that. But just a quick remembrance, he was brutally killed, so obviously we got to..." And at that, like, everyone starts speaking up and like, "What the hell?" And like...
I start bawling again.
Yes, we're very sad about Squonk's...
Who killed Squonk?
We're pretty sure he just fell. He just fell badly and had a bad accident.
That's not what I heard.
Oh, what'd you hear?
He looked murdered.
At that, Pike Finley steps forward, and he says, "All right, this boat's now under my control." And he grabs his gauntlet and rips it off, and underneath is a pure white hand. The symbol
Pike is my student emergency helper.
the student has become the master. He has a pure white hand, which is the symbol of a Torm Ranger, who are kind of the police of Biffton. Biffton's made of a bunch of city-states, and they're sort of the hired-on police force for some cities. But they pray to the god of law, Torm, and that's where the symbol of Torm is this white hand, and that's kind of where he draws his power from.
It's like, oh, the feds are here.
He steps up, he's like, "I'm the boat marshal here, and we've been attacked and had some interesting run-ins, but now that there's been a death on board, I'm going to have to take control of this vessel." It's Captain Armand, and he flips out his badge and shows it to him. Captain Armand was like, "Oh, shit." He's like rubbing his forehead and is looking a little worried.
How does this affect the itinerary?
"Oh, this is going to do a doozy of the itinerary." And yeah, Pike Pike tells him to turn the boat around, like, immediately, and we're going back.
Oh, as the dean of helping, he's just an emergency helper. I have authority over him as dean.
He's looking at you, and then he turns back to Captain Armand. He's like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and need to get this boat turned around at ASAP. Captain Armand says, unfortunately, it's not really something we can do at this point. And you look around, and you've noticed that the river is narrow now, and you're basically covered in ice on each side. The forest and the swamp that you've seen, you can still kind of see it, but it's like encased in layers of ice. Like you can see some of the treetops poking out, but they're covered in icicles. The river has gotten thinner to where what he's saying is it would be impossible to turn the boat around at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But he says we can take a detour. Once we head down, we can take a 2-day cutoff, basically, and head back up a different route that would get you back 2 days sooner, and we should make it like 11 instead of 13. But there's no way he can get the boat turned around at this point.
Hear that, Pike?
Oh, I heard loud and clear. Says, it's unfortunate, but there's not really much we can do. Look, I'm going to start this investigation, everyone. We're going to try and remain calm. Keep doing what we're doing. Stick to the itinerary as best we can. But I'm gonna need some cooperation from everyone about this. And he actually looks over at you guys, and he says, "Actually, I want to talk to y'all first, if you don't mind." And he calls y'all over.
He knows I did
You didn't do it. You
He
didn't
was
do
looking
anything.
right into
Be
me.
quiet.
Stop it.
You need to be quiet.
Purvis says, there now. This is a very talkative baby. Has anyone else noticed that? Yeah. He's already down to like 3 Irish coffees in this time. So he calls y'all over to like inside where the sort of bar and casino area is. And he looks you all over and he says, look, pretty sure you guys are on the level. I heard you basically laughing all night at rush hour. I'm in the room next to y'all, so I don't think it was y'all. And I saw y'all defend the boat the other day. I think you guys are okay. I don't have a lot of help out here, so would you mind being my emergency safety students?
Deputies?
Deputies.
Yes. Thank you.
Just kidding, Dean. Just a little jab at you.
Oh, yes.
He says, but no, some deputies. That's what I need for this.
Deputy.
Mallow's head like turns around. He's like the Rangers.
Yes, the Torm Rangers.
I get to be a ranger.
You can't deputize a baby, but baby, stop talking.
No, I want to be a ranger.
Oh, no.
Let him be a ranger. He'll be a fine ranger. He's good at finding things, aren't you? Just say yes.
Yes, it occurs that you are the one who found the deceased Mallow.
I try not to burst into tears.
Yeah.
I did.
I'll have to talk with you separately about that. But
No problem here.
He'll be fine.
we'll go ahead and
Just get the full story from him. He takes a while to get there.
from what I've seen already of the situation, I would be surprised if it was him.
If you're gonna hang him from the rafters, we would like some heads up.
Oh
at
no,
least.
there'll be no hanging from the rafters yet. I'm gonna book him and bring him in. Okay.
Great.
But from you guys, I'm going to want some help, all right? There's a lot of people on board, and I want to interrogate all of them, ask where they were, what they've been doing. So I want you guys' help with that, all right? There's a lot of people on board, like I just said, and I want to split them up. So who do you feel comfortable with talking to, interrogating, just getting a story? You see, we have to get a kind of a baseline from everyone before we move forward with anything.
Real quick, has everyone cleared out? Like, are we alone talking?
He took you inside to the little restaurant area and casino. So everyone's out on deck, and y'all are inside this little, like restaurant area. So it's just y'all.
We will probably need some badges to assert our authority.
He digs around and he pulls out like some buttons. He says, "Yep, these will
What does the button
deputize
say?
you."
Does it
And
just say deputy?
There's just he's like they're just they're just buttons. I don't have deputy badges on me, but
Does anyone have a pen? Can we just write deputy on these?
you can do whatever you want with your button. They're clay, and he pins it on you.
Okay, actually, I want to cast minor illusion.
Okay, so it looks like
Just make it look like his badge.
Okay.
If I can, if it's circular.
okay. He puts his hand on each of y'all, and he's like, "Been officially been deputized."
Oh, whoa. Is this going to turn my hand white?
No,
Good.
no. But hey, if you're interested, maybe if you do well here, put in a good word for you back home in Okinawa. Get you that white arm if you want to be a ranger.
I do.
This guy gets it. This baby is enthusiastic, and that's what we need more of on this boat.
Mallow, gotta learn to chill. These guys take it all too seriously.
I've heard stories of the Rangers. They're very important, brave, wonderful, courageous people.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to be serious. Someone was horribly murdered, and that's what it takes to solve the case.
He could have been an accident. We don't know.
That's certainly what the captain thinks, and that's definitely wrong.
There was magic used.
Really?
Yes.
You've already investigated the corpse?
I looked it over.
He pulls out like a pen and paper and starts kind of jotting this down.
It was magical. He was
I was the
slashed
dean
up.
of all magic for some time, and I didn't notice any magic.
All magic, you say?
Yes, I was there at Snowflake State when Grumsh came through, when your rangers were there.
Oh, you were there.
Yes, of course I was there.
So, did you participate in the battle when
I was there at the battle.
when the Whiskey Wargs attacked and destroyed the army of the Necroslinger?
I was basically there. Yes.
Basically there. What is that?
I was in the same room with the Whiskey Wargs, and I saw
Sure.
Grumsh, and we all defeated him.
You saw Grumsh.
Together.
Wow.
Mallow looks up to you with like adoration in his eyes.
It's no big deal. Don't
You were
look. Stop.
there.
No.
I'm
don't.
starting to doubt your qualifications now, just a little bit.
Yeah, Pike's
Why?
shaking
Why
his
are
head.
you?
You're a hero.
Because I have a little bit more information from Baba Yaga communicating with Crandall. So I know a little bit about their crew, and I don't remember you coming up at all.
It was a misadventure that they had with me. I was a part of it. The dean of Snowflake State. They needed my help.
I'm not calling you out. I'm just kind of like looking at you like, wait a second.
From what I understood, the Necroslinger had an operation going on at Snowflake Stake where he infiltrated and undermined the
Also
school over the
worked
period
closely
of...
with the Neko Slinger. Of course, he came to me with a good proposition. I couldn't turn him down outright.
So you're referring to you worked with the Necroslinger?
Did you work with Willie Ray Blood, or did
Yes,
you work?
Willie Ray Blood.
That was probably So Willie Ray Blood
I
was
worked with Willie Ray Blood.
a pseudonym for Grumsh, the god of war, who raged war across Biffton for a while and other planes. So you worked with Willie Ray, and he helped infiltrate your school.
We got a very good academic program funded through our work with Willie Ray Blood.
Well, that's true. That new stadium y'all have is fantastic.
It's a fantastic stadium. You should go.
What's a stadium?
It's just a big ring where people throw balls, kick balls, shoot balls.
Oh no, it's just gladiators there for poor people.
Oh.
Poor people fight each other.
God.
We bet on it. That's
I'm sorry.
Willie Ray Blood funded the whole thing.
Well, that does sound like something Willie Ray would do. At any case, Dean, some of that I'm going to have to jot down real quick, and he
Don't
does.
jot down in.
I'm going to have to double back on some of that. But in any case,
I already lost my... It's fine.
Right, Dean, sorry. I'm going to have... I would ask you, since you are experienced in magic and the arcane arts, to go ahead and investigate the body as well. See if you can find anything else on it or about it.
Fine. You've ruined the itinerary already. I might as well help you
Well,
wrap this up.
I am sorry to ruin y'all's vacation like this, but hey, you know what? The shuffleboard tournament's still going on. They still got free drinks and free food going. So just don't get too schnozzed. He looks at Purvis and he's like, "I'm not deputizing him. I'm definitely not suspicious of him either. I don't."
He's
think-
our mascot. I mean, butler.
Right.
He's our butt Scott.
Yeah, just... He's your what?
He's our butt Scott.
I don't know what that is. Just make sure he stays out of the way and doesn't get too inebriated. So I have a full itinerary of people if he wants y'all to interrogate some of them. And not all this has to be done today, but over the course of while you're here, he wants to get people's stories.
Got the
Or-
list.
Basically, everyone's going to go and keep doing what they're doing, but
We gotta go
everyone is
track him
getting
down.
caught. And Pike is explaining this to everyone that like
Does
you
our-
guys are deputized at this point. He's helping him with the investigation. So while y'all are working that out, he does pull you aside, Mallow, and
Okay.
he starts questioning you. And just what time were you down there and you found this body, Mallow?
I heard them say some numbers. Maybe it was around 3, 4, 7.
It's 6:30 right now, so 7 this morning, or
I don't know. I'm so sorry.
I see. Sorry for what, Mallow?
I'm sorry. I think I may have done something wrong.
Right. He's kind of writing this down.
This kid needs a lawyer.
Hey, ask him about his friend he can't find either.
Yeah, what were you doing down there?
I went downstairs. I had spent all night looking for Perry. Perry is very good at hide and seek and has been hiding from me for about 5 days now.
It's a long game.
yes, it's a very long game. But Perry is a master at hide and seek, and this is
Master.
the longest that she's ever gone.
Sure.
So I searched. She's got to be downstairs. I searched everywhere else up here, and then I made my way downstairs. I didn't even know there were stairs, but I found it. And then I went down, and I was looking through rooms, and I stepped in some blood.
Yes, according to what I saw, you face planted in some blood.
Didn't mean to.
Sure, no one means to.
I
No
just-
one means to, Mallow.
I
No one means to murder anyone.
I didn't mean to murder him.
Interesting. Mallow,
Can we hear him screaming?
yeah, I mean,
Are we
they're like off
nearby?
in the corner of this room talking.
God.
Mallow, personally, I don't think you are incredibly suspicious, but you're also incredibly odd.
I tried to resuscitate him the only way I knew how.
Um,
And then his chest, it went in, it just collapsed from underneath me.
right.
And there
right.
was dust everywhere, and it was in my eyes, and I was confused and
Dust.
scared.
In the eyes. And he writes that down. Mallow, I'm gonna, like I said, looking at the situation, I think you're just a big mess of a person. But I think we're gonna have, there's actually a doctor on board. I've already spoken to him, and we're gonna have him look over the body, and between him and your friend, the ex-dean,
The Dean.
right, ex-dean.
He prefers to go by The Dean.
I'm sure he
That's what
does, and he
That's what he's told me.
He keeps writing down some notes. He says, "We're gonna go over, do a quick autopsy on the body, and we'll find out exactly what hopefully occurred. It looks like you're bumbling around, and it occurred after anything happened. But again, I'll have to double check that.
Well, as a deputy of Torm, I will take any responsibility for any wrongdoings I have done.
Good. That's very good to hear, Mal. Very responsible of you. But like I said, I'll deputize you when you're not the number one suspect. If that makes sense. And thank you, Mallow. And he leaves you. But any case, so now, do you want to go down and investigate the body, Bogey, or do you want me to read off?
He told me I had to, right?
He asked you to. I mean,
I'll do it.
okay.
Could we have read the list while he was being interrogated?
Yeah. Do you want me to give you just?
I want to see if he's on the list.
He's doing list stuff.
He's not on the list. I'll tell you who's. This is just the list of people he wants you to talk to.
I was just making sure that Mallow
Should we
wasn't
write
on
this?
like the complete list of.
Oh, like a manifest.
Yeah, it's
do
more
we
like
have-
a manifest.
We have a
Thank you.
manifest. Okay.
Anyway, the list. There's Graf, who is a Sphinx bot. There is Invictus Pledge. the good doctor, Eugene Maleth. There's Sylvia and Etis, the mother and daughter Drow. There are the halfling family, the Pebbletoes, which is Leftwit, the father, and Rhea, the mother. And their kids are Lola and Lynn. Then there's, of course, your friend Purvis.
I scratch his name off.
And there is Aleth Igraine, who is the older woman who y'all saw. I think I mentioned it the other day. She was wearing a plague doctor mask, like the one with the long beak.
Very suspicious, but
A little
we should
suspicious
speak
of that one.
to
And
Invictus.
one thing, she has 2 bodyguards with her, basically, like helpers. Two Goliaths named Elder and Merc. And then, of course, Pike
I'm pretty
Finley.
good with names, I think. That's something, as like a, I feel like teachers and
Yeah.
people like that are always good.
Are you proficient in history?
I don't.
I mean, I think you're right. I just...
Yeah, I am.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'd have no
Just
problem.
so names is something I can put together. Like that's why I wanted like some kind of admission, because I can put names to sheets too.
Sure. So those are your options, and he'll take people that y'all like do or don't want to take, or Pike will. But sort of the start of that. Clay,
Do we have
I
a
guess,
room to interrogate people in?
You can bring them either to the captain's quarters or the restaurant.
And so he wants them only investigating.
Actually, sorry, just the captain's quarters, because the restaurant will be used by people. Sorry, what, Brett?
I was wondering, so he wants them only to investigate. Like, he doesn't want them to investigate crew.
I actually, just as I was saying that, I realized I'd tell you the crew as well.
Oh, okay.
Which is Captain Armand, Perla, the first mate. Squonk is dead. Reef and Pips are the other lizard folk. There's Frank and Ezra. Frank's the bartender. He's a gold dragonborn bartender. You probably got some drinks from him the other night. Ezra is a dwarf waitress. She works in the bar as well. And then Cheyenne is the older halfling dealer that y'all played cards with last night. And there's the final one is
The halfling?
halfling, yeah. The chef, Crusto, who is also a gator man, just like the captain. So, yeah. Sorry, it's a lot. But and the hired swords. Yeah, sorry.
How many hired
Oh, no,
swords
it's
are
good.
there?
Okay, good. All right.
more the better.
I don't know if this is
Well,
exhausting.
no, it's knife guy, dark elf girl, half orc,
Right.
great sword.
Yeah, I'll just put some names to those. Dugan is the knife guy. Friends, Frenz, is the dark elf drow. And then Hunter is the half orc with the giant great sword.
What was his name?
Hunter.
Hunter. Oh.
So
I don't think
that
I've seen
should be actually everyone. As you're given that list and you're putting it together, Hunter actually comes up to you, Clay, and he puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "I just wanted to thank you for helping me out the other night. I know this isn't really the right circumstances, but when those troglodytes attacked, I was getting swarmed there, and you had my back. You saved me. Appreciate it.
Happy to help.
Let me know if there's anything you need for this investigation. Happy to do what you need."
What's this guy look like?
He's a very large half orc. He's pretty jacked dude.
How tall? Like,
We're like 6'4". He uses that big great sword.
cool. Okay. Do you want to tag along just to watch our backs while we interrogate? Someone might, try to silence us.
Well, yeah, sure. Pike Finley said he's in charge now, so I guess I'm taking orders from him. And,
Yeah, show him my deputy badge.
Oh yeah.
Just
Oh,
like,
congrats.
thanks.
Yeah. Tell me what you need. I can watch your back. Sure. I'm around.
Cool.
Yeah. Whatever. If you want him to do something, he'll help out. At that, we'll switch over to you, Mr. Bogey. You're downstairs, looking at the body. They've now about to move it, but they still kind of want to look at the crime scene. And you're there with Dr. Eugene Maleth. He is a tiefling. He's dressed in just kind of nice clothes, and he's got little glasses on. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Did you do it?
Excuse me.
Did you murder him?
Did I murder this man? No, I did not.
Well, I scratch his name off the list.
Very thorough list you're going there.
Well,
good,
yes,
good
I'm gonna
interrogation.
Go around, I'm gonna ask everyone.
That's a good way to start. No, I did not kill this man. No, but
How does it look like he died?
extremely painfully. He's like looking over and he says, "This is quite a mess."
I am proficient in Arcana. Can I tell?
Yeah.
Like,
Do some Arcana checks. He's gonna do a medicine check.
it's
so.
just a +2, so I've got a 7 all day.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you again. Like he told Clay might have mentioned that. What did I tell you? I just told you that
It seemed like a magical effect beyond like being cut up. It seemed like there was magic used.
Yeah. So yeah, with a 7, you can tell there's magic here, but you're not sure what kind took
What
place.
does he say happened?
He's looking over it very thoroughly, and he says, "Yes, there are claw marks here on the back. That is appearing where a lot of this blood is coming from, and there's footprints in his chest. That's odd.
Yes.
Those aren't normally there." And he looks around, and then he again, when he flips it over, when he sees the claw marks on his back, next to it, there's like these tiny little black holes in his clothing. He says, "This is odd," and he kind of tears around it and pulls it back, and there's these tiny, like 3 little black dots on his back, and they're like very indented, like they go deep in his skin, and it's just black. Says this appears to be a necrotized skin.
A what?
Necrotized?
Gross. What does that mean?
Well, it's from what I can tell, probably necrotic energy of some kind.
Is it contagious?
Sorry, fuck me. He says, "Who are you again?"
I'm
sir?
the dean of
Oh.
Snowflake State. Is murder my specialty? No. Spells are. So, sorry.
That's quite all right. I just wanted to get an idea. You know, I'm sure familiar with the school of necromancy. I would assume
I
at your school.
never heard of that
The
school.
School of It's one of the 8 founding foundations of magic.
Oh, yes, it makes up. It's one of the things. Is it the fifth
One
element?
of-
Is
I'm-
that what you consider to be the fifth element?
Sorry, are you referring to the show that was on last night, The Fifth Element?
Well, yes, it's a mystery movie about.
Did you not
five-
watch the end of it? You saw what the Fifth Element was.
No, I got bothered by all this ranger business, and I couldn't finish the movie.
That's quite a shame. It was a great ending.
Well, do you know what the fifth element is?
Yes, it's love, of course.
That's what I don't think.
No, I thought it was rather stupid too, but that is what happened.
How do
in
you
the
control
movie.
love? That doesn't make sense. I can.
As someone who can weave the arcane arts, show me how to win someone's heart. and I'll-
I cast the gust cantrip.
Oh yes, quite powerful there.
Say, how do I do that with love? Tell me, and I grab his collar.
I don't know, man.
How
I'm
do
just
I-
a doctor, not a lover. And he looks out. He pulls his glasses off and wipes them off.
I think the fifth element is snow.
You mean ice? Frozen water?
Or ice. Maybe I like ice more. And I open my wizard's book and I start making scratches.
I'll be honest, I feel like we're getting off topic here. And he goes back to the body.
Oh, yes, the
and-
murdered man.
the murdered man, and he looks at it and he says, "Yes, I looking at this. It looks like the feat happened much later. The blood has already been coagulated for a long time on the ground, and
The feet happen later? What does that mean?
well, if you look at the body,
Mm-hmm.
if he was attacked from the back with these necrotizing attack, the body has already ceased up and dried in the husk.
So like a vampire bit him and sucked all his blood out.
It's possible. I don't know. I mean, that's what vampires do. But whatever killed him, it wasn't feet to the chest because he was long dead, and he like reaches in and the heart is like a dried husk. It's like this.
Vampires
Simply-
always eat the heart. This couldn't have been a vampire.
I thought that was Frankenstein's. Is that not Frankenstein's?
Maybe it's both. It's so whoever did this is neither a Frankenstein nor a vampire.
No, I don't agree at all. We can't rule out vampires yet. Frankenstein's, maybe. How much experience do you have in general in life, would you say, Dean? I see.
I'm adding you back to the list of suspects.
Father. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not what I'm sorry.
It seems like you're trying to turn this investigation around.
No, you see, since my wife left me, I've wondered about that fifth element myself, you see. How it works. Can't quite grasp it.
I don't see how this helps the investigation.
You're not wrong. That's what she always used to say.
I'm not ready for this kind of personal one-on-one connection. I didn't have any Irish coffees this morning.
Yeah, so he kind of gets what he wants out of this, and he's done.
I learned nothing.
And you didn't get a lot out of it. They're starting to move his body and like clean up the area, and they're like wrapping him up. Like,
who's doing the wrapping?
The other crew, the
Pip and Squick?
Pip and
Reef?
Pip and Reef, yeah.
Do they look emotionally...
give me an insight check.
They look like lizards, don't they?
They're
so I probably
people.
can't tell anyways.
That's not...
What am I rolling?
Insight?
I'm not proficient, and it's a 14.
Okay, yeah, you can tell Reef is pretty red-eyed, and his head is down, and he's going about everything very slowly. Pip he looks a little depressed as well, but doesn't look like he's been crying.
I say, hey, Pip, Skip.
Yes.
What's your Pip Reef?
You had it right. Yeah,
Pip and Reef.
Pip and yeah.
Pop quiz. Did either of you do this?
Oh, well, I hate pop quizzes. Yes. No. I mean no.
Aha!
Oh shit.
Pop quiz. You failed.
I'm always so bad at pop
You're
quizzes.
my number one suspect. Who said yes?
Reef did. He says no. Pip did. No. It was definitely Reef who said yes.
Y'all are confusing, and now my number 1 and 2 suspects.
Shit. Look, no. Reef says we didn't do it. He was our friend. Well, we wouldn't have done this to our friend. We've worked with him for years, you know? Yeah, he's like looking down and starts like wrapping up his body. So, they take the body away and yeah, what would y'all kind of all meet back up together?
So this doesn't have to be recorded or whatever.
Yeah.
You take it out. We should be rolling our ability checks with disadvantage.
Right.
Yes.
So now
Exhausted.
your Arcana check is even worse than what it was.
Almost.
Yeah.
Just a note going forward.
No, that's a good
I
point.
totally forgot.
Yeah, I did too.
I wrote it down and I forgot.
So when you have one level of exhaustion, you
Just
roll
disadvantage on
ability checks with disadvantage. Yeah.
I promise I learned nothing from any of my rolls.
Great. No, it was my fault. I should have remembered that. In any case, yeah, so y'all have met back up. They've moved the body, is now up on deck, and they have it like kind of closed. They're actually building a pyre for it, for Squonk. And yeah, so what the three of y'all together, Pike talks to Eugene and has cleared you for now, Malith, of any wrongdoing. According to Eugene's autopsy, it looks like you showed up first, and that was all. So for now, you're not on the list.
I just fall on the ground, like weeping, but tears of joy now.
Right.
That I didn't do it. Because I had convinced myself that I definitely did it.
Oh, that you stepped on him and
that I
ended his
killed
life.
him.
Right.
That he may have still been alive somehow, and I stomped his chest cavity.
Yes, so you can feel better about that.
Pike's telling us this?
Pike was telling Mallow that.
Okay.
Is Pike here?
Yeah, he's hanging around.
And once I get done crying,
Mm-hmm.
I stand up and I look Pike in the eyes. Well, I get his attention first, so he looks down at me.
Yes.
I look him in the eyes and I say, "Deputize me." And I raise my arm.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
My arm up, hoping that he'll turn it white somehow.
He gives you a high five, and then he gives you a button. He says, "You are officially a deputy," and he does a little arm waving over you. Congratulations. Your arm. He kind of looks at you and like you're still holding it up. He says, that won't turn white until you actually become a real ranger. Mallow.
I see.
But if you're interested, visit after this and you prove yourself. Visit Okinawa. That's where the temple is, where they they've actually rangers become true rangers and get their arm whitened. So
I won't let you down, Captain.
I'm not the captain, but thank you. I appreciate it, and I have some amount of faith in you, Mallow. And he kind of like pats your shoulder a bit and kind of start walking away.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to...
Well, I might have already solved the case. I got some pop quiz confessions. You're going to want to follow up with Pip and Reef.
Okay.
They're burying their friend just now.
Right. He writes that down. Check with them. Yes, Eugene mentioned that you thought maybe the fifth element was the cause of this incident.
Yes, it could be snow.
Well,
it's love.
It's yes, love. That's correct.
We
That's
all
the
know
fifth
it's
element.
love.
It's actually the
not
fifth.
all of us got to finish the movie last night, and you know, I think you could. It's up to your own interpretation.
Well, it's I'm pretty sure it's on a loop. So if you have to wait through rush hour 5, then it'll be on
They're
again
just
this
looping
afternoon.
the Chris Tucker thing.
It's a Chris Tucker marathon. Yeah.
How long has it been?
It's been going on for days. I don't think it's going to end. That yes.
You had no need to binge it.
Case
like that.
solved for one. So itinerary back on.
Well, let me be
two.
clear. The
Kansas nuts.
shuffleboard tournament's still going on tonight. You know, let's put
Can
on
we
our.
sign up? Do we have to sign up for that?
Um,
Pike, do you know?
it's
Pike, sign us up for that.
Get us VIP spots.
Pike.
sure. He says no. You're just it happens tonight. Just show up. From what I've heard.
Yes, write that down.
He writes it down. He says, I don't know why I'm writing this down. And he crosses out, God damn it. And says, all right, so let me know whoever you interview today and who you want to talk to, and just let me know how it goes. I'll look into Pip and
Oh,
Reef.
I do want to make an interview. In the which room do we? The captain's quarters.
Captain's quarters, yeah.
Yes, Invictus Pledge.
Okay. The current dean of Snowflake State, I believe.
I think you're gonna need some help with that one. Bogey.
Yes, I believe we
We'll
have
join you.
your great swordsman. Who's the great sword?
Hunter.
I have Hunter.
Yeah.
Can
Hunter can stand.
Hunter here?
I was hoping Hunter would just be kind of within.
He can follow
call.
you around.
Yeah. Just like, but don't like smother us. Just kind of hover nearby.
He's about
Hunter,
7
actually,
feet away.
I have a great task for Hunter. Hunter, if you could go wait in the captain's quarters.
Yeah.
Invictus Pledge is going to show up.
All right.
You need to keep him there until we interrogate him. He's our number one suspect.
How long do you want me to keep him there?
It could be up to several hours.
Wait. Why is
Sounds
Invictus the number one suspect?
He is the dean of Snowflake State, and the crime, the good doctor said, was magical,
Yes, he mentioned necromancy as a.
which he says is one of the schools of magic. Which means that the dean of Snowflake State would be our number one suspect.
So you don't think? Okay.
Pike, Pippin Reef admitted to it already during a pop quiz, so I definitely
So
follow up on that.
they're the top suspects. And
Yes,
then
and preferably
pledges-
they're still burying their friend.
Sure.
Surprise them now for that emotional event.
Clay, I'm going to go ahead and put you in charge of this team here, this little pop team we got going on here. What do you? Is that all right with you? You sit well with that?
Charge.
That's fine. What is your intelligence?
Oh, that's a. Let me just.
I think we covered this last
I got
That's
her.
a
I need
10.
her. Okay, mine's 11, so I'm not much smarter, but
A
I
little
can
bit.
see
I'm a
that
13.
you're.
I should be in charge.
Oh boy.
We have not. You've not demonstrated any intelligence so far, so I can't.
He's
assume
going to go
that.
with Clay because at the moment he seems the most level-headed,
Yeah.
and he's actually finished Fifth Element, so he's really hoping to get that monkey off
But
his back.
we're still interviewing Invictus Pledge first.
Yeah, that's fine.
Got to get him into that quarters room.
It's y'all's call. He says, just tell me who you interview and tell me how it goes. I'd have no problem with you interviewing Invictus. So,
All right.
that's fine.
We'll do it together. Hunter can
course.
stand guard outside.
What time is it right now?
It's like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Have Invictus meet us at 10:15.
Okay.
We're going for cake and Irish coffees.
Okay.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. A little symbol flashes forward and spins around. And goes. Hunter, go ahead. He's going to go and get Invictus and bring him
Okay.
to the room. For y'all.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're in the cafe. Purvis is there. There's empty Irish coffees just around the table, but he's got plenty of full ones ready for you guys. How's the old work going, boys?
They cleared me. I didn't do it.
That's great. It's always good when you can trust the justice system to not indict a baby. I think that's the foundation of a good system.
You're wise.
Thank you. I'm also shaking uncontrollably. I've
Have
never
another coffee.
had this much coffee.
I need one of those.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's got a few. Like Ezra just keeps bringing them around to him like every, few minutes.
What's a coffee?
It's an upper. And an Irish is a downer. So you put them together, you get an Irish coffee.
I don't know what you said, but I think I want one.
I have two.
I will have one for sure.
All right. Yeah, if you're having two, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, Mallow.
Okay, and saves, I don't have disadvantage, right? It's just ability check?
Just ability check.
Okay.
Saves, you're good, yeah.
Okay, let's do that. That's pretty good. 17.
Oh, yeah. Take it like a champ. You're good. You're feeling a little tipsy. I don't know how much alcohol you've had in your life.
I've probably had some.
Like
I
some-
definitely haven't had coffee.
Okay. So you're just,
So I
it's
probably
hitting you.
fucking am.
You're like shaking right now, and your eyes are just like open wide.
I'm ready. When are we going to go question Invictus? Win!
Too much upper.
Win!
We need more downer. One Irish, no coffee.
Yeah, Ezra comes by and brings just some whiskey over.
I would probably spit that right out. No, more coffee.
We should go.
Look, if the baby wants coffee, let me just say, now that my eye has cleared up a bit, I can actually see again, which is delightful. I can see that baby sounds a lot like my sweater I was wearing yesterday. No? Okay, maybe that's just me then. Maybe it's just me.
I wasn't really involved in all those shenanigans. Was I?
Who knows? And he takes the whiskey that Mallow spit out most of and drinks the rest of
I've been
it.
dying to ask you.
Absolutely.
And I pull out the dean's wand.
Ho, ho, ho!
I say, what do you think of this, old git?
Let me take a look at that old bean. And he pulls out a monocle and is looking at it. Does his own little arcana check. He says, I'm afraid I can't quite narrow down what it does, old friend, but...
I don't. It's Invictus's.
Oh, God! And he hands it back to you. He's like, I don't want to touch that. That
Yes,
is,
it did great.
that is funny. A bit of highway robbery, then, old bean.
And check out my feet.
Those are some good-looking toes you got there.
Those are my slippers.
Oh, you're wearing slippers. And he looks at him and he says, oh, yes, yes. The dean's slippers. Did you
The dean's slippers.
Little panty raid in the night, eh?
Finally showed him who's boss. Me.
He is my boss. Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I'm starting to think that Bogey is a suspect.
It's probably fair.
It's very suspicious, like stealing from people in the night.
Yeah. Not wrong. He
he left his door open.
says, I'm not quite sure what the wand does. I'm sure you could attune to it and find out if you'd like.
Oh yeah, could I have done that during the marathon?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know what it
I
does.
think
It-
just. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it has three charges of cone of cold on it.
Okay. Do I know that or
Yeah, you would figure
Oh.
that out. If you attune to it, you would know that.
okay?
So you're attuned, and in this setting, most of the time when I say charges, like that's it. It's not going to recharge. You have 3 charges, uses of that, and then it's gone.
Got it.
So you have a wand with 3 charges of cone of cold.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a potent spell.
I am very concerned now that the dean has that.
I'm becoming a master of the 5th element, snow.
Oh God. Says yes. That doesn't sound familiar at all, but I trust your judgment.
You were asleep during the movie. You would, if you had seen it, you would
That's
have
not
loved it.
true at all. I was just blackout drunk. Anyway, when does this old investigation get started?
Forgive me.
I forgive you.
All right, we're gonna talk to Invictus
Yeah,
real quick.
is it at least near noon?
It's 10:15. It's time to talk to
No.
Invictus.
We've been drinking coffee.
Did you just skip the whole thing?
I want to wait a while. Hunter has to watch him in the room for a while.
You want to leave him locked
We
in the
gotta
room for a while?
sweat him out.
That's pretty smart.
At about 10:45, Hunter comes in. He's like, "Hey, sorry to interrupt the coffee, but it's been like 30 minutes. He's been waiting around. He's getting real grumpy."
Punch him.
What?
Don't punch him.
All right, we'll
No.
go.
He said punch him.
Tell him we're almost there.
He's really jacked up.
Have another one of those. We'll need this energy.
Give me that coffee.
Pike specifically told me to only listen to Clay on this in this group. So
That's interesting.
Bring him this coffee.
I can kind of start to see why now that I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, what's up?
Let's give him this one of these coffees
All
and
right.
just let him take him to Invictus.
Sure. He goes in, he takes the coffee and leaves.
Yeah. Tell him we're on our way,
Okay.
and we'll make him sweat a little longer. I'll have one more drink.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Alright, so it's Chris Tucker's face is the spinning image that
Great.
zooms in and out. So
Yeah.
y'all get a few coffees in you, a few Irish in you, and you're gonna head over there at 11.
Yeah.
Okay. You get into the room and Invictus is sitting there and he's like, I had to sit and wait for 40 minutes for this stupid interview. Bogey, this must have been your idea, I'm sure. You smell like Irish.
Shut up. We're the Rangers here. We're asking the questions.
That's right.
All right. Ask away, Bogey.
Why is he calling you bogey?
He's a dick because he's a dick. A
That's
grade
his,
A dick.
That's his name. He's an ex-dean of the college.
No. He's the dean. That's his
Dean.
name. It's the dean.
Oh, I'm sure he did tell you that.
That's it. It's like any other position. You call
Ah.
people a thing once they
Ah.
stop doing it.
Ah,
Sometimes,
I'm very confused. What is?
like you're on.
I want to
like,
get to the bottom of this.
that Nob is freaking out. I don't feel safe in here anymore.
Well, we've got about a.
Quiet, you.
Oh.
I'll get to you next.
Oh, God. Who puts this... Who puts
Get
it
him! Get him!
No, bogey.
Hunter leans
Okay.
down to Clay. He's like, is this like a good cop, bad cop kind of thing? Or
Yeah,
not
we
really following
yeah.
here?
Don't worry, Hunter. We got it under control.
right.
Invictus, real simple. Where were you last night?
I was, of course, in my room doing my calisthenics in the morning.
Can anyone
Shut up, bogey.
vouch for that?
Well,
Did anyone see you in there?
my familiar did, of course. And he snaps his fingers and a little pseudo dragon appears around his shoulder. A little silver one. I could just talk to the pseudo dragon. He can vouch for me.
That doesn't make sense. We wouldn't ask him.
Well, that's not nice.
I'll ask him.
But why would he
Sure.
say? He's just gonna say whatever you want.
What's
That's
his
not
name?
True. His name's Invictus Jr.
Hello, Invictus Jr.
Can you...
Can I hold him? And
Uh,
I want to play with it now.
We've covered the.
It understands Common and Draconic, but cannot speak. So it'll flop over to you if you hold out your hand, and it's just kind of nodding at you.
Yeah, I gasp.
Okay.
You're beautiful. You're so beautiful.
It's like... And it like kind of like nuzzles in your hand a little bit. It's getting
Where
comfortable.
was Invictus around the time that they asked?
Does he have wings?
Yes. It
Okay.
burps out a little bit of fire.
Say, okay, we got to ask him yes or no questions. So flap once for yes, twice for no.
It nods.
Okay.
Did he do it?
Invictus Jr. looks back at Invictus, and Invictus shakes his head. And Invictus Jr. looks back at you and shakes his head.
This is useless.
This is pointless.
It's just,
Even I know this
You're
is
just
useless.
telling me.
well, fine, if you'd be rude about it.
We're playing around here, Invictus. We covered the where, but we want to know why did you kill Squonk?
Who's Squonk?
The man you killed.
I didn't kill a Squonk from a Toby. Wasn't me.
Who's this Toby you speak of? Did you kill him too?
I
A
don't know.
serial killer, a multiple murderer.
This is ridiculous. I don't. This is unfair, unjust. You're just mad because I have your job, bogey.
You don't have my job. You'll never replace me.
I have it right now. Are those my slippers? At least.
I run out of.
Damn it!
Okay, good. Now he's gone.
Around that time, there's a drip that you hear. Just won't stop. Just drip.
Drip?
It's dripping.
Anybody else hear that?
Drips.
Did y'all hear that
I
drip?
can't get it out of my head. It just keeps. See, there it is again. It's just dripping away. Will someone please plug that drip?
Yeah, I think I'm here to plug a drip.
Yeah, Brett, can you plug that drip for us, please?
I would be happy to.
Please.
Yeah. So, hi, I'm Brett Bullion. I play Malo on this show. I don't know how long I'm around. I haven't died this episode yet, so that's a positive.
You're still going.
Yeah. I'm a dark fantasy artist or freelance illustrator. You can find my work at brettbullionart.com. I'm also on, like, almost every social media, and you can either find, I think on Twitter I'm Brett Bullion Art, and on Instagram I'm bbullion, and Facebook, if you follow people on Facebook, I think I'm Brett Bullion Art on there too. But yeah, so I make dark fantasy art, and my pet project for the past like 6 months has been making class-specific D&D character sheets, which I had to use for Malo, my ranger here. But each one is like 5 to 8 pages, and they've got room to keep track of everything you might need: spell page, inventory, notes, all your skills, feats for each class. If they have some confusing rules, like I can never remember the ranger's favored terrain rules, I just have that on the page.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because there's like, how many things? There's like 7 different things that are covered under favored terrain. So, and I don't want to open the book to find that. So I just put it right there. So you can find these sheets through my website that I listed. Or if you want to go directly to the shop, you can go to gumroad.com/brettbullion. And that will take you, to the shop. You'll be able to find all the character sheets there. So yeah, take a look.
Oh yeah, they're badass. I really want to print them out and use them for whatever next session I'm going to get into.
Do it.
They're on cardstock too, right?
Well, yeah. So you get a PDF of it, and then I printed it out on
yeah.
cardstock.
He doesn't provide the paper.
You don't have a cardstock just at the wazoo?
At conventions, I do sell it.
Okay,
on,
that's yeah.
I sell it on whatever is right below cardstock. So like the thickest paper.
Stock card.
Yeah, stock card.
Okay.
There's a distinction.
Right. Yeah. We're back in action. We're back on our fables and our tables. And the good news is, guys, we turned off the fan that was in the background of the whole first half of the episode.
I didn't notice. I
didn't either.
Also,
no one noticed.
My headphones were off the whole first part. So
Matt's headphones.
They've never
off.
worked?
No. That's so.
Do
We're
you
all
want-
learning a lot.
do
The
you want some
phones were
earbuds?
just for show, not
Just
for
want
dough.
some like earbuds?
Yeah, I'll take the earbuds.
Do you want me to bring another set of these?
No, I have some at work. I just
Okay.
left them out.
Yeah, they just felt comfortable on your earlobes, huh? It was just nice to have something there.
It does something to my ears. It does some kind of echoing. So I thought something was happening.
You didn't hear, you didn't hear any of us through your, and you just sat there and played and got through it.
I had big headphones on too, guys.
You know, that might have helped him get in character of just not listening to anyone else. And
Like, God, this is easy. They're in here.
That's
I don't-
incredible.
I can't hear them.
It's incredibly effective.
These
Come
are-
on.
These are going inside me.
Come on. What do you want me to
How do you know which one's which? Are they supposed
Look,
to be
I
in
have
order?
some cleaner ones. They're just
cleaner
not as
ones.
good. They don't work as well.
Cleaner. That's not what I wanted to do.
yeah, that's,
Only worn
All
ones.
the words you could have said.
I got the clean ones here.
yeah,
you can
I
pull
mean,
the
like
dirty
the
ones,
dirty
yeah.
ones.
Those are the better ones. They have better sound.
They're well worn.
Good.
They're loved.
So
You know, something's off. Can we turn that fan back on real
yeah,
quick?
let's go ahead and
Let's
turn
just-
the fan.
This is what it... Oh, yeah,
That's a lot better, isn't it?
Okay, so y'all have just horribly interrogated Invictus Pledge
I left.
and ran him out of the room.
Still on.
Oh, he left? He just ran away?
Yeah, he chased after Bogey, who's wearing the sandals.
Oh, he did? He chased after me?
Yeah, but he gave up quickly. Well, what did you do? I mean, did you
I would have booked it.
like back to your room and shut the door?
No, I would have like tried to find somewhere public where I could like kind of like, because I don't want him to take my sneakers. He's probably got a rightful claim to them, and I know it, so
Sure.
I can't have that conversation.
While he's chasing you, like you're out on the deck and you're like kind of going around the back end, maybe.
Not running, but like moving really quickly
Sure.
around people. Maybe if someone like gets in my way, I don't mind bumping them.
You don't want to look silly running.
Yeah.
Like that's a little beneath you.
But like, ooh.
You're going along, getting away from old Invictus, and by the way, I meant to mention this before, but you weren't docked last night, so the boat has been going downriver all night. So like when you get up in the morning, it looked different, and part of that was due to the fact that like you've been moving all night. Above you, like some icebergs have like appeared, like poking out through parts of the swamp, and some of them are towering above your boat. So as you're running along the deck, you first get another like blast of heat, like one of those heat waves y'all have been feeling comes about again, and it just like immediately raises the temperature like 20 degrees. And you're noticing like the ice around y'all is like sweating. Like you can see it's kind of, some of it's melting away. And you're trying to get away from him, and you're noticing this. And Bogey, as you do, you hear a crunch, like a sickening, not really sickening, that's not right, but it's not gross at all. You just hear a powerful crunch. And give me a perception check.
A perception.
With disadvantage.
Oh,
What am I perceiving? Where am I looking? Like, what am I?
well, you hear this like
Okay,
breaking
just, like,
of ice. Trying to pinpoint it.
That's going to be a 16, and I'm not proficient.
Okay, and you rolled a disadvantage on that.
Ooh.
You're tired.
Yeah, you're
That is
exhausted.
going to be a good old 5.
Okay, 5. You
I'm tired.
you're like, God, should not have stayed up all night. But you're getting away from Invictus, and you hear this cracking sound, and you're looking around the boat. And you don't really notice anything, but chunks of ice start falling around you.
Like, there's something above us dropping ice on us?
Yeah, one comes down and clacks you like right in the shoulder. You're gonna take 3 points of bludgeoning damage from that, and that kind of wakes you up. And you look straight above you, and the top of one of these towering icebergs has broken over and is tilting down, and it's coming down onto your area of the boat. Next to you is one of the Pebble Toe children, old Lynn, and he's sitting there and he's playing jacks by himself, and he's winning. But you can see like comic bookly, like the dark circles like widening around y'all basically. What do you do?
How big of a chunk? Big chunk, you say?
Pretty big chunk, probably the size of a little bigger than this table, I would say. Maybe the size of this room.
So like car sized.
Like a small car-sized chunk of ice is falling down. Like a smart car. A smart car is falling on y'all.
What's a smart car, like a 5-foot cube?
What do you think?
Yes.
I guess
Yes.
I guess it's a full medium object. Are they 5 feet long? Is that all? That's probably right.
Yeah, I think if you were to lay down, you'd probably be longer than a smart car.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, maybe.
I'd like to attempt to cast Shape Water at
On
this,
the
this chunk.
Oh, cool. Well, go ahead and read the spell to me. I want to see what it does.
I choose an area of water that I can see within range, and that fits within a 5-foot cube.
Mm-hmm.
You manipulate it in one of the following ways, and I want to, of the 4 ways that I see here, I want to move or otherwise change the flow of water
as you direct it up to 5 feet in any direction.
So does that work on ice and water?
Well, I can freeze it to water as another action. So I would want to say,
You could unfreeze it.
well, I don't want to unfreeze it. I just want to move it
Oh, okay.
as its water form. I just want to just shift its momentum 5 feet.
Away.
Yeah, just like
Yeah. So how does this look? You put your hands up as it's coming down, or how do you cast your cantrips here?
yes. I want to look really wizardly, so I use the wand. The
Oh,
bean's
yeah,
wand. I
yeah.
hold it and make it look like I'm using that to like cast this spell.
Yeah.
But you're actually consuming components, right? You use a pouch.
Well, yeah, it's a cantrip, so
Right.
it's just a somatic
That's right.
movement. So I make a really grandiose gesture that's unnecessary,
Yeah.
and I send it 5 feet away.
Oh.
It's like, ugh.
Yeah. Nice. You swivel out your wand, and the chunk of ice is sort of in an in-between state of water and ice as you're manipulating it, and you arc it almost like a rainbow, and it goes over back towards the side of the boat, and it lands into the water with a big splash.
Damn.
And everyone kind of looks up at that, and
And I look around and I'm like, oh, there's a small boy near me.
a halfling runs up to you and picks up the little kid. She says, "Oh my, thank you. You saved my boy. I saw you. The ice was falling and you moved it.
I said,
Thank you."
I did, didn't I?
Yes, you did. You're the Dean of Helpers. I
I'm
remember you.
The dean, that's right.
Wow. You did it. You did your job. Thank you. And she picks up her kid and she says, I'm Rhea Pebbletoe. Nice to meet you.
Oh, wonderful to meet you, Brea.
Just thank you so much. Oh my, I was so scared. My child and the ice and the, your shoulder is bleeding very badly.
Ow, yes.
Are you all right?
Oh, no, I'm not.
That's bad.
Does it look delectable to you?
I'm sorry.
Did you kill Squonk?
Oh no, no, I didn't. I would never kill a
Scratch your name off
a
my
squawk.
list.
No, is this? You're one of the deputies. I see.
I'm
yes.
the dean. I'm the dean.
The dean of deputies.
No, don't.
The
I've
safety
no
dean of
Don't-
deputies.
I don't work for the Rangers.
Well, that's nice. Well, no, I didn't kill Squonk. I
That's
understand
great.
you have a job to do, but
Thank you.
Thank you for saving my boy.
No problem.
I'll buy you a drink tonight, huh? And she kind of nudges
Right
you.
now.
Well, they're free. Sure, I'll go. I'll just go get you one.
get
I think I owe you that much. Sure.
Thank you.
I'm starting to admire him.
Yeah. Now you're like,
What? I told her to get you a drink. Oh, jeez.
And I also have my unseen servant getting me a drink.
so all at the same time, a floating drink arrives next to you. Rhea comes back holding a drink, and Purvis also walks up holding 2 drinks, and they all meet right at you. And
Do you want a Constitution roll? How many?
are you gonna do it all now?
Well, I need to drink 1 right away.
Sure.
Then I'll just hold 2.
She says, "These all for you?" Rhea asks.
Well, my unseen servant can hold 2.
Why is that drink floating in the air?
That's right. I'll have him hold 2. That's a very good point. He can hold 2. I'll hold. Thank you, Rhea.
Oh, you really are magical.
And you'll name your boy after me.
Well, his name is Lynn. Already, we already named him. That's his name. That's what we gave him. No, I don't think we will. But
Be like a nickname, though.
could be. Yeah, we could call him
Dean.
Bogey, Dean Bogey for short.
That's my name.
I don't want to make any promises. I would say, just outright. But
I can't wait to catch up with you and hear about your little Dean.
Yes. Thank you again, and I guess we're even, because I brought you a drink. You saved my son, so that's
Yes.
That's about right.
I'm already talking. I'm looking at Purvis and wanting to
Purvis is
talk
like-
to Purvis.
looking around and are you gonna drink this?
Oh
Or?
yeah, she won't leave.
She walks off. And he's like,
Fine.
lingers. Just don't know when to walk
Yeah,
away.
some people.
He downs both of them.
No purpose.
As?
It's all right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want one, old bean? I probably should have. My God, I probably should have given you one of those. Well, it's all right.
What a vacation we're having.
So you avoid. Could have been a sticky situation. I'm gonna go ahead and reward you some inspiration. That was quick, good thinking. I liked how you solved that.
Oh, thanks.
That
Yeah.
was,
I'm an elemental master.
yeah,
I'm the master of elements.
somehow keep forgetting
Well
that
done.
and keep putting you in water situations.
Yes,
you keep crushing it.
Elements at me, and I will move them away.
Just throw love at him next. And
Oh, that'll
Well,
be a
that doesn't
tricky
make any
one for
sense.
you.
Snow
A
would
ball
be the
of-
element.
Love is falling on you.
You threw
What do
the fifth
do?
element at me.
What do you do? Quick.
Ball of love?
Yeah.
I-
You're dead. Don't know what to do. So that situation comes and goes. Clay, what are you and Mallow up to? It's probably been, it probably took a little while to interrogate Invictus. Maybe it's like 1 or 2 now. The shuffleboard tournament's at 6. You see they handed out new itineraries, and that's been scratched out and pushed back, and then it just says Squonk's funeral, where the old time was, about 5 o'clock for the old time of the shuffleboard tournament. So I don't know what you want to do. You probably have time to interview or interrogate one other group or person if you want, or if you just want to hang out.
Who should we ask questions to next? Captain Clay.
Who's our prime suspect? You've gone through the list.
I don't know anyone here. But so I was
Who
told
else
that
might have been there?
I was told that magic was involved, right?
Yes.
They said something about necromancy.
Some kind of slashing attack that did necrotic damage.
So someone that can cast evil, spooky spells.
Could be a dark elf. Friends. He's a hired sword. Seems aggressive.
That seems a little racist.
Yes. Well,
Started.
there's
That's
a gator man chef.
Yes.
Gators have claws. Do they not?
Fact.
We should talk to the gator.
Mystery.
Maybe the gator slashed him up. Maybe they were lovers. Got into a quarrel.
Maybe he didn't have enough meat for the trip.
You're not here. Go away.
Go die, Yogi.
That's fair.
You're just
Let's go talk to the Gator Man.
Talk to the gator man. If we go talk to the chef.
okay. We're gonna interview Chef Crusto. Yeah, sure. He's down, and his. You want Hunter to go get him again? Like bring people up to the captain's quarters.
No, I want to see the chef in his room.
In
I wanna see
action?
him in action.
Okay. Yeah, you head down there.
Hunter can watch the door.
Oh,
That's my
actu-
6.
Okay, sure. He'll do that. He's actually, now that I think about it, back in the little restaurant area. There's just a small back room behind the bar where he
Okay.
works. Are you here too, Bogey? No.
No, I'm with purpose.
Okay, y'all are.
Having drinks.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah. You go into the bar, into the kitchen, and there's Crusto working away, getting the dinner ready for
So
tonight.
we walk by Bogey in the bar to
He
get
was
to.
he was out on deck with
Oh,
Purvis.
you're
That's how he
drinking on the
saved that
deck.
kid.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's right.
he's not around.
Oh, there's a deck bar.
Yeah, they had to
Right
go
there.
get drinks from the bar.
Yeah, they'd bring it out to the deck.
So we might have seen like a halfling and his
Bunch of-
unseen
uh,
servant.
You probably
Floating
saw some of
drinks.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, we probably saw them like
It's
and
like,
heard a
fucking
big
bogey.
splash outside. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna worry about the floating drinks right now. Yeah, we'll just go. Kind of just sneak back into the kitchen.
Okay. You're back there. You pass the bar where Frank, the bartender, is, the Dragonborn. He just kind of looks at you for a second, but then he remembers, you all the deputies. So
Yeah, I just kind of show him the badges buttoned to my shirt. I'm just like,
he's like, he waves you on. You go into the kitchen, and there's Crusto working away. He's making a Cobb salad up, and you can tell he's just got like he's preparing the stuff for tonight for dinner. And he turns around and he says, "What you doing in here? Huh? Who are you?
We're with the Rangers.
Rangers? Hey, grab the pepper behind you. Hand it to me, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you. He's
Toss
he's talking to me, but he just keeps working. Like he's
Okay.
still preparing this whole thing.
I'll help him as he needs
Okay.
it if he signals
I
to me.
immediately try and help
He
Yeah.
just
in
starts.
any way I can.
Or I can let you do
yeah,
that.
I
if you
hop
can
up
just
on the
handle it.
counter
Yeah.
and I'm just running
It's like
to
this
grab
guy's
whatever he
got it.
wants.
Yeah,
So-
he's like, yeah, good. Bring me that knife. Good. All right, now bring me that plate over there. Yep, good. And he just starts putting you all to work. You're basically preparing dinner.
I
So,
love it.
Well, I'm going to keep interrogating him, even though I'm helping.
He's a good little helper, huh? And he go ahead and roll a
Oh God,
man.
this is with disadvantage, whatever it is.
Oh, it is with disadvantage. Yeah, I mean, what you're preparing food. What would what do you think that would be?
It could be
Performance?
like performance or sleight of hand, even.
Honestly, whatever you would use to do that, like sleight of hand or performance, like
Yeah.
whatever you think Mallow would use, go ahead and use it. And Clay, whatever.
6.
You fall a lot on the counter, and you're spilled some
I'm
shit.
pretty tired.
And he's like, and he's getting a little upset, but he's so intent right now working on this. He doesn't ring you out too much, but he's getting a little annoyed.
Oh, 4 from me.
You guys are not very good at this, huh?
Yeah, I'm really trying to focus on interviewing him.
Sure, give
and
me the
so
cream,
I'm just
though, real
fumbling. Yeah, I'll grab the cream.
Okay. He's
But
just
but,
pouring out so much cream. You
but
don't know why.
where were you last night though?
What was all last night? Is that what you asked?
I'm asking you where you were last
Oh,
night.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I was in here making dinner, of course.
There's like other people in the room?
Sometimes Ezra comes in and grabs plates and brings them out, but that's basically it.
Okay.
In here making dinner, then I went downstairs and I went to bed. I did.
Did you know Squonk?
Of course I knew Squonk. I've been working on this boat for years.
Did you guys ever argue about anything?
Yeah, everyone argues a bit now and then, huh?
What was your argument about? The last one you had?
Thinking about it, he says, "Yeah, Squonk. He wanted something medium rare, and I made it medium for him. I think. He got real upset about that. Mm-hmm. I told him, I says, Squonk, maybe you should just eat the damn burger that I made you. You know, I worked very hard back here, and he just didn't want to eat it.
You do work hard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Had me that other cream. More cream, please.
Cream coming up.
There it is.
He's got
It just like goes flying past him and splashes against the wall. He's like, you're gonna have to give me another cream,
Oh,
please.
hold on. I got that too, and I try and take the cream to him and scoop this back up
Yeah.
into a cup. or
Yeah, he's
something.
like, good, we'll use that. And he puts it up there and he keeps going to work.
Can I just look at your claws?
These clothes. He shows them to you, but they've they're kind of trim and nice. But yeah, you want to take a look at them?
Yeah, I want to look them over, see if I can find any blood or...
Sure, do investigation. Which that sound was so
I
sad.
rolled a 2 and I add nothing.
2. Yeah, you look at him. They could be similar claws that you've seen. They also could just as easily not be.
Interesting.
There's a lot of dried cream underneath his nails.
Yeah, cream.
Hey, Crusto.
Yeah.
It seems like this would be way easier if you just had like some invisible person around that could help you carry things.
Well, sure, invisible person. Yeah, those don't just fall out of the tree, you know.
I saw an invisible something.
What?
It was carrying a drink.
Oh, maybe one did fall out of a tree. Oh,
But you don't have any of that. Can't you just
Nope.
wave your hands and make stuff move around?
nope. I'm a worker. I work with me hands, not with me magic hands.
Do you have magic hands?
Well, that depends on who you ask, huh? And he's like elbowing Clay.
Mallow
Yes,
just
good
stares
one.
like, I don't get it.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
above
when
your
you're
head.
older. He's like looking. He's like,
Yeah, he just turned 10.
he sure wears a lot of leaves and not many clothes.
I'm not 10.
Oh.
I'm 4 and 7.
Oh.
4 and 7, blimey, and you still don't know about. That's all right. You'll get there. We all do. But hey, no magic here. Just work with you could. Do you want to insight that? Seems like you were interested in seeing if.
Yeah, I think probably not. I think Mallow was generally like
Just
was just like this would be way easier if you could do magic.
yeah.
So
Sure.
So yeah, I don't think I would look into it. That
Okay.
was more a toss up for.
Yeah, I guess I would follow up on that then, because I was thinking that as you were.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, you roll insight. Go for it. I'll give you advantage since Mallow helped you.
Hey, I'm actually proficient in this.
Ooh.
Hot dog.
Oh, that's a 17.
Yeah, it does not look like he can do magic. Looks like he's being honest about that.
He's got honest hands, honest working man's hands.
Working hands. You don't get these hands from being magic mans. You get these
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah. Can I have one of these salads?
No, this is a cob salad for someone else, but tell you what. He slides you over a little cup. You could have some cream to go, huh? Thanks for all the hard work.
I appreciate it. Here, would you like this, Mellow? Yep. He loves
I
it.
just want to appreciate some good crap.
He loves the creme.
If you want to just sit there, he's just going to keep telling you to do stuff.
I know. I'm definitely ready to go.
You're like backing, like you're
I'm
handing
just like-
something and backing
If
out.
you don't drag me out of there, I keep helping.
Yeah,
like-
I'll drag you out.
But he needs help.
He's got it. He's got it. He'll figure it out. Good
Someone
work.
kill that chicken for me, and then like a chicken comes running out of a cabinet and starts running around.
No, I'm
I
just
start
gonna.
like
I'm just
pulling out
gonna
my
pick
bow
you up.
to try and take
I'm
it.
just
Yeah,
gonna
shoot
carry
it,
you
shoot
out.
it.
No, we're out.
All right, y'all
We're
get
gone.
out. It's coming out of there, but he's not like pissed you're leaving, but he just keeps saying stuff basically to nobody.
Yeah.
You back out. So.
That's good.
Yeah, you're free of him. Okay, so that has passed on. I'd say it takes a little while. I think let's how much time we got? I think it's probably about 5 o'clock. About now.
Sweet.
You've interviewed a few people. Pike interviewed the Pebbletoe family today. He kind of reports back with y'all. He says obviously they were not a high
Or do we all meet together? Like
yeah,
before?
y'all are talking right before the funeral gets started. Says, yeah, they weren't really a high priority, obviously, but you got to check.
He got Leftwit, Rhea, Lola, and Lynn.
Talked with Leftwit, Rhea. Rhea said she did. This actually probably would have been before that, but yeah, he talked with Leftwit, Rhea, and they didn't really talk to the kids. They were there, whatever. Yeah, talked to them all except for the kids. I just said that. I'm gonna have to cut some of this. He talked to the parents. Sorry.
I also
This probably sounds more suspicious than it needed to be. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Nothing. Has anyone talked to Graf?
No, have not talked to Graf.
Who did we talk to? What was that guy's
We
name?
talked to Crusto.
Crusto.
Crusto, how
He
do you
seemed
check
like
out?
a really, really nice fellow. He needs a lot
Gator.
of help.
Gator guy's all right.
See, yeah.
He's
Okay.
working it out though.
All right. He writes that down. He didn't talk to Graf today. You could, if you wanted to talk to him like real quick, you could probably squeeze.
Mallow feels obligated to go to the funeral. Yes.
Since you maybe killed him, but probably not.
Absolutely.
They build a little pyre and they put him on it and they put him on a small little boat and push the boat out and it's gonna go like a little further than this and Captain Armand starts singing "Oh Danny Boy" and Finns gets the dark elf hired gun, gets her rifle and aims it at the boat and fires at it, and as it hits the pyre, it catches into flames, and it's burning as it sails down the river ahead of y'all. A light snow starts coming in. That warm front dissipates, and it's now a little cloudy and snowing around y'all as the sunset to the west is kind of lighting the sky up a bit, like a bit red and purple, but that's your situation.
With like one tear going down my cheek, I turn and I'm like, I've never been this far south. I've never been down into the cold, wet.
I've been here, just on a boat.
You've been down here before? I didn't think anyone had been this far south.
This isn't like a bikini cruise. This is like a parka.
It's like a carnival. What's a bikini cruise?
Well,
Sorry.
like we aren't.
Sunbathing.
Nobody's like sunbathing. People are wearing like parkas and looking at like the ice.
It's some of
stuff.
both. Some people are
Is it-
sunbathing.
Are they? Is it like what's the temperature like?
Yeah, right now it's pretty cold.
You got them polar
There was a
bears.
warm front. He said it was a warm
Oh yes,
front.
during
It
the
went-
warm fronts.
It went
During-
up 20 degrees from 0 to 20.
Yeah, there's a big range on that. Maybe during probably not now, but the first few days, you had some sunbathers. I would say people who just like.
Is there like one guy out there still sunbathing? Like the cold just never seems to bother him.
Yeah, I mean, the.
There's Alaskan cruises, so
Yeah.
people do that.
Yeah,
Totally.
that's what this is.
What do
Based
they do
off
there?
is,
You look at like
Alaskan.
whales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
What
for
else do you
whales. Yep. Just look at whales.
You just stay inside. That's it. You don't actually enjoy any
Yeah.
scenery.
you're
You
just
just
like we're on a boat.
you literally
sometimes you just
pay
wanna
to
live on a
just
boat.
get
There-
wasted.
in a tiny
Probably no hurricanes.
No.
Yes, so Invictus is out sunbathing right now. He's in a Speedo. He's got one of those solar reflecters around him. His nose is blotched. He's got shades on, and he just did that during the whole funeral. He was just sitting there while that was going on. So that's who's out there sunbathing.
Could I just, during the funeral, I wanted to try to look at faces and
Okay.
see if anyone seemed weird.
Yeah, roll perception check.
Okay.
Good call there.
And see
Oh,
who didn't show up or do murderers always
17.
It's a tough call.
You're good with faces and names. Maybe you would know who showed up and who didn't.
Yeah, that's fair.
show up? If he wanted to clue me in on this plan.
Of course, you're tired.
I think it would be kind of obvious that I'm like standing on the other side.
Did
of-
we go stand and like watch
like the crowd is facing the funeral. I wanted to be up there looking out.
And when they all
Yeah.
turn, we want to see the one person that doesn't turn,
Sure.
like George. Clooney.
Why don't you look for that? I got a 17.
Okay. You're looking around and you see the Pebble Toes are out there. Some of them look kind of sad. The Drow woman and daughter are there. They look pretty resolute. Not really. They're just kind of observing. Invictus is there, of course. You don't see Eugene Maleth. You don't see Pike, but you do see Graf. He's standing there and he's watching very intently, and you see he's kind of looking around quite a bit, like constantly checking, like his just behind him or to the side, like looking up. And the older woman, Aelith, is there as well. The one in the older woman, she's there, sitting like in a little chair, just like resting on a cane, watching this very intently.
She doesn't have her mask on.
She does.
Oh, she does have a mask
Yeah.
on.
She-
Are her Goliath bodyguards with her?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Okay, so I definitely want to talk to her and the Sphinx Fought now.
Okay, sure.
Where's Purvis?
Purvis is.
Hanging out.
He was hanging out with you, so whatever you were doing, he's doing it with you.
All right, I'm gonna I'll be like Purvis. I wait at the bar. I have to work with them. I'm assigned. I was asked to help.
Lame.
Purvis, don't do this to me.
Sorry, you know I love how to get your goat.
Purvis, I'm already loath to help the Rangers. This is the worst.
Yes.
I want to get the festivities back on.
Of course, that's the most important
They wanted to
part.
turn this boat around. Thank God they can't.
It's a good thing we're stuck in this blizzard, cold water, and we can't stop, and there may be a murderer on board.
When you
I
put
would
it-
hate to go back to
When
port.
you put it that way, it is great. Yes, thank you.
I was being completely serious, yes.
Me too.
There's not enough cruises with murderers on board, I would
This
say.
is quite exciting.
Yes, indeed.
But if we solve the murder, am I here? Did you go away
Yeah,
with
you
purpose?
know, I want to leave Purvis at the bar
Yeah,
while we go
okay.
do our
He-
stuff.
Yeah.
so-
So if we solve the murder, we don't have to turn the boat around.
That's right.
We got to solve it.
That is an incentive for me.
Yes.
Yeah, so he'll go wait at the bar. Shuffleboard starts in about 20 minutes or so.
We have about 20 minutes or so.
It's a team of 4 each. So
Purvis, can you get us on the shuffleboard?
he says, "Can I? Can I?
Yes, do.
Oh, yes, of course.
That's
yes,
what you're
sure.
in charge of.
What shall our team name be?"
Quick, Martha.
No, what?
Team name.
The Fifth Element. Snow.
Love.
Snow. We're Team Snow.
All right. I kind of liked how the Fifth Element sounded, though.
Well, that sounds... Yes, the fifth element.
Fifth Element.
The Fifth Element.
I won't intrude. I'll write Snow. He just goes off and he signs y'all up for that.
Sign us, put fifth element. Put 5.
Okay, I'll do that. And 5.
Element 5.
Element 5.
He says, I'll be quite honest, I have a lot of ideas in my head now after talking, and I'm not sure what I'm going to put. And he leaves permanently.
Kick his ass as he walks out.
Cool, yeah. He doesn't feel it.
Okay.
So you want to talk to Aelith and Graf? Or
Yeah, let's start with Graf.
Okay.
He seemed very concerned during the funeral.
Yeah.
Maybe someone's after him.
You you approach him and he goes, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there."
So, fill me in on what a Sphinx bot looks like, or if there are any differences between, like, do they just look like a normal person?
Yeah, thank you for asking that. They, in this homebrew setting, were made by a character called the Sphinx, who basically created a small army of robots, essentially. And they all of them have the iconic Sphinx face, like statue. That's the mask that they wear. They're powered by, which you haven't really come around them yet, but they're stones in this world, like a ruby or a diamond, have properties. So, like, somewhat like magical properties. For instance, a sapphire has ice effects. So if you apply that to a weapon or armor, you're going to get that kind of effect.
Cool.
In this case, he used pearls, which have a thunder effect, and topaz, which have an electrical effect, to basically create like a very basic hard, like a circuit board almost, to create these like living machines.
Like giving them synapses, as it were.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And they all had different jobs within his organization.
That's super cool.
Yeah, he disappeared in the final battle with Groomsh and the Whiskey Wargs. All of them have not been seen since. And when he did, the Sphinx bots had an event called, some people are calling the Awakening, where they just started acting on their own and becoming, some people think sentient, other people think they're still just basic robots.
Okay.
So it's somewhat based off Warforged. I mean, I didn't, but I think that's the best way to
translate it.
Yeah, to translate it, but that's who these
So this dude looks very different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if you might not have seen him before.
Yeah, never.
So that's where they are, yeah. Yes, what can I help you, deputies?
I like your face.
Oh, thank you. I enjoy your face as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's make this easier. Let's make this hard.
Okay.
I've got a free drink here. My unseen servant has 2 drinks in his hand.
Oh, yeah. He hands them over to him?
They're just like, do you want a drink?
Sure. I don't partake much, but this whole trip's about being adventurous, so I'll give it a try.
Yes, and did you murder Squonk?
Oh, sorry, what? And the drink shakes in his hand before he can get it to his face. And
did you murder Squonk?
No, I did not murder the Squonk fellow, no.
You heard it here first.
That was easy, so to speak.
So what were you doing this morning?
Just got up and I heard I think it was you, I heard someone yelling in the hallways.
That was me, yes.
I don't really sleep so much as I have a sentry mode that I go into, but sort of a stasis shutdown. But I heard and perceived what you were up to, I guess, and it did make me get up. I've been a little afraid, of course. It's dangerous things happening.
You seemed awfully concerned at the funeral.
Well, if I can be honest, y'all are deputies.
Please be honest.
I am a deputy, yes.
Yes, yes, y'all are...
Yes.
No.
Be honest.
We're not all deputies.
No, you're not all deputies.
I'm the dean of helping. I'm just helping out.
Oh,
He's not the
I've
dean.
heard of you, yes.
He lied to me about being the
Marlo,
dean.
Not in front
You
of her.
lied.
Not now.
Don't listen
we
to
need
these
to talk
buffoons.
about this.
Well, all right, Marlo. We
Here's
can
my
have this
badge.
conversation.
It seems.
I
This is
am
my
the
badge.
dean.
You lied to me.
You know, like when a judge is no longer a judge, they still call him your honorable. It's like a thing. I still am called the dean.
I'm just shaking my head.
that is
No,
actually
no.
a true thing. They still call people their title even after they're not there.
So
But
I
you
am-
said you were the dean. You said
Well,
your
I-
name was Dean.
He's a dean,
I'm a dean.
and he's the ex-dean. I've heard.
He didn't even tell me that his name was Bogey.
Well, that's just a clear misunderstanding. He's wearing leaves.
That is true.
He's learning a lot about a lot, I think, right now.
It's really hard.
Marlo.
There's a lot. Mallow.
Mallow. Yes,
I don't
It sounds
even
like-
know who you are anymore.
I'm Bogey Mallow. Nice to meet you.
Did I steal those slippers? Were they not yours?
No, the slippers, I believe, were returned. As you can see, I'm wearing blue slippers. You stole a pink slipper.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, the pink slippers were returned to their rightful owner. But these blue slippers with the D here, they stand for Dean, and they're mine.
Yes, those are very nice slippers. I must say.
Who are you?
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to comment.
Oh, you're Graf.
Yes, currently.
Really?
You asked not Mr. Clay. You asked Clay why I looked so jumpy.
Yeah.
Well, I feel as though I'm being pursued on this. See, I went on a little vacation to travel around Biffton since the Awakening event and see the world, as it were. Have you heard of scrappers? People called scrappers. Do you know what they do?
Would I have heard of that? Would any of us have heard of that?
If
Seems
anyone
pretty
could, maybe you two could roll
I'm
history.
into
You
the
might know.
underground.
Yeah.
I'm in the black market. I might
Yeah.
know about.
I definitely would not.
Yeah, I don't see how you.
Oh, wait, ability check, you say?
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's a whole 8 for me.
Okay.
That is going to be a 6.
Yeah, y'all. Clay, it sounds familiar, but he explains that there are some out there who don't believe in my sentience. They still see me as a robot, of course. You see, I don't know where y'all fall on the whole line, but
I've only just learned of this.
well, welcome to the show.
The Sphinx looked like a robot, right?
Yeah, he had a Sphinx mask as well.
And I met the Sphinx.
Yes, you would have been familiar. You're very familiar with Sphinx bots, I would say.
So I'm fine. Sphinx bots don't.
Yeah, he just explains that these scrappers are just people who see me as scrap metal, so they pursue and destroy us and kill us and take us for parts. So they're not great. I feel as though for the past few days they've been on my trail, and I don't know if they're still following through the ice marsh or not. But
So how valuable are you?
well, inside my head, of course, as some people might know, there's gems, valuable gems.
You keep gems in your head?
Yes. Well, they power my brain, as it were.
How many could we have?
You can't have any. They're in my head. I would prefer you not have them. But in any case, if you see, I think they're a pack of dwarves, these scrappers. If you
There's
have,
dwarves after you.
yes, I saw them days ago. Like I said, I tried to lose them, but
What other defining features do they have? There's dwarves here.
Well, sure. No, they're not anyone on board that I've seen so far, I would say. If they're following me, they're doing it through the ice marsh.
Did we see any name on the list that seemed dwarvish?
The only dwarf on board is Ezra. She's the
She's
barmaid.
the waitress, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So,
So, if you see them, you are deputies. That I don't know where y'all fall on it, but I would appreciate it if you gave me a shout if you see it any.
We'll take the case.
Excellent. No. That's great.
I am here. We are here
Sure.
to serve and to right wrongdoers.
That's I'm very happy to hear that. Thank you.
yes, we will passively pursue your case. I agree.
So
I will not rest.
you already look somewhat tired.
There's large bags
Yeah.
under
I
my
don't want to push you too hard, but I do appreciate.
You seem just as alive as a chicken or as one of us.
Well, I appreciate that.
But he is alive. He just likes to wear armor. Why did you say that?
You
It's a
called
very
him
odd
you
thing
called
to
him
say.
a chicken.
Well, you're like a chicken too.
No, I am like a weasel.
No,
but
I see what he's saying. Chickens run around and breathe, and that's what y'all do too.
Yeah.
I think
No,
I
I
get
don't-
it.
Well, you don't breathe, do you?
That's a good question.
You don't.
No,
You
I don't breathe.
You
no.
don't.
He tries to breathe. He puts his head back. Nope, nothing happened. Nope, no breath.
But you're still you.
Yes, and I think I'm different from some of my brethren and sisterin.
Do you look different, or do you all look the same?
We mostly look similar, although there are those who are, I've noticed, get modifications to themselves, change their arms or legs or face mass out. Yes, it's getting quite exciting, really.
How much of his drink has he had?
He hasn't had any.
Like, grab it back.
Oh, I see. Okay, of course.
My eyes.
I'm ready to walk. I'm ready to walk away. I'm like, let's go talk to the next person.
Let's go to the last
As
one.
as we're walking, I want to Mallow. You're walking with us. I want to roll a deception with disadvantage. I try to say, Mallow, I'm really sorry. I hurt your feelings, and I want to try to reconnect with you, and really ensure that we have a good thing here, because otherwise it's kind of a bummer and annoying for me to have you yelling at me. So I'm gonna roll now. A deception with disadvantage. That'll be a 9.
All right. Is it okay if I do insight with?
Yes,
with
I think that would
disadvantage?
be appropriate.
We're both really tired.
Is that a 7 over there?
You're cranky, Mallow.
That's a 9.
We're both
You both got
both
9s?
got 9.
Oh, wow. So he apologizes to you, and I do think you have a part of your makeup is that you do kind of tend to take people at face value.
Yeah.
Generally, you might be less trusting of Bogey since this is you just found out about this Dean.
But
thing.
I also hate being mad at people. I just really hate it. So as soon
I
as
made
you-
the effort.
Yeah, as soon as you made the effort, I grab onto your leg and I'm like, I couldn't stay mad at you, Bogey.
That's quite all right. Stop. That's
no,
enough.
no,
Here's a
no.
drink.
You
Accept
need
this drink.
You need this just as much as I need this.
It feels nice.
It seems that you've made up. Excuse me, sorry. He walks by.
You can come in too, Graph. if
No,
you
I'm
wanna get-
going to jump overboard. I'm gone. He flies away. So
Cool.
the shuffleboard tournament's starting very soon.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really made it where we could only investigate
That's
one
okay.
person.
That's
You
fine.
can talk to her real quick if you want, but I'm just letting you. It's like starting up.
Oh, we
basically.
should
Yeah.
ask her one question.
Yeah.
So
It's like it's starting up. I would say like the first 2 teams are playing, and y'all are next, and you're playing the Pebble Toes family.
if we have time for one question, and we're not going to miss our game,
Yeah, she hasn't really moved. She's just been sitting there, kind
Okay.
of watching everything.
go talk to her real quick.
Yeah, just walk up. Ma'am.
Yes.
Ranger
can
business.
Can I help you?
Just really quick, couple questions.
Of course, deputies.
You heard about the murder.
I have heard. I saw the man downriver lit on fire. I've heard about the whole thing. Yes.
Yes.
Of course. Of
Yes.
course. How can I be of service?
Why'd you do it?
Excuse me. Why did I do?
Why did you kill Squonk?
Why did I?
Did
kill
her
Squonk?
bodyguards react?
They're
that?
yeah. I mean, they are looking at him, but they're not like
Okay.
they're not moving. or
They don't
anything.
seem
Well,
aggressive.
we have Hunter for this one.
Sure. Yeah, he can
'cause,
tag along.
Yeah, we got.
They're. I mean, they look pretty. They're kind of just like leaning back.
Got to
up
match
against
their force.
wall behind him. Is this an accusation?
Just
I
wondering if
suppose.
you or one of your Goliaths may have committed the murder.
Sure. I did not. Elder, did you kill Squonk? Merc, did you kill Squonk? And they both just shake their heads. It appears
Yeah, we
that-
saw this before with this Suedo dragon. You just tell him what to say.
Well, if it's the truth, then I asked them, and they simply shook their heads. I'm not.
You don't have any
sure.
control over them?
I pay them, so in that respect, I would say yes.
That's good to know.
Yeah, that is good to know.
Noted. And I start scratching again on this piece of wood that I'm carrying around to take notes on.
Sure, of course, I understand.
Well, so you didn't do it?
I did not do it.
Oh, cool.
Do you know anything about who did it?
I'm afraid I don't know much about these details. As she's saying, I probably should have given you a chance to recognize this, but I think you would immediately realize now the symbol on her cloak, she's wearing like a very long cloak, as the house of Igraine, which is one of the richest houses of the High Elves of Snowflakia and one of the biggest benefactors of the university. So it's hitting you now.
So she like probably donated a lot of money to the whole.
She
She
was
was gladiator
like,
pit.
you've definitely probably interacted with her family or someone from her family before.
But not her directly?
She doesn't get out much. So maybe you did, but maybe once you'd seen her. So maybe like it's kind of hitting you now. You're like, oh shit, this is that Igraine. Like
I will kneel and attempt to kiss her hand. Once I realize.
as
who
soon
it
as you
is.
do it, she's like,
But,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
like, well, you know, like the snake in the.
Oh, and
Fox
Robin
and the
Hood?
Hound?
Yeah.
Like I want to check out how loaded she is. I want to get down low and.
As soon as you do it, she doesn't even hesitate. Like, she puts the hand out, like, obviously expecting
and I'm gonna
this.
kiss every ring. How many rings?
She says, yes, of course. Take a gander. And there's a ring on every finger.
Yeah, and I kiss each one.
And
I
you're
get a
gonna try
feel
and
for it. I
suck
want to
the
know.
jewels out.
I want to know.
She hands you her hand, and, like, you can see she's mostly completely covered, but, like, on some of her fingers, there's just these, like, large black spots. And, like, her hand is, like, it's, like, almost not quite bony, but it looks like very frail and, like, very sickly, basically.
Sure.
So she's
Alumni.
kinda
I'm used
shaking.
to it.
Yeah. Yeah, you go ahead and you kiss these. You want to kiss these gems?
Mm-hmm. Everyone.
Are you trying to suck them up like the bear?
I don't expect
Little
that
John
to work.
did?
No.
But you're not expecting it to work, but
I
you
know.
wanna
I'm more
try
like
it.
I'm more like cataloging it.
Okay.
Like this is
Yeah.
where this is about as far as my intelligence could get me. Is
Yeah, I mean, you
being able to be like, ooh, she has like 5 fat rings on her
yeah,
hand.
they're fat, fattest rings you ever smoked. And she's like, yes, Mr. Bogey, I see you now. I recognize you.
It's the dean.
Yes, the ex-dean. It
The
was
dean.
a pleasure doing business with you and meeting, of
Just the
course.
dean.
Thank you for showing such
We
incredible amount of respect.
appreciate your ongoing contributions. I expect to be reinstated, with a little help from the local community.
Well, it never hurts to have friends in high places, does it, Bogey?
No, and that's why I would like you to be mine.
Well, that's pretty much what I was saying. but you
Yes,
sort of.
you're in a
seemed
high
like you
place, and I'd like for you to be my friend,
Right.
so that you could help reinstate me in Snowflake City.
Well, you do favors for me. Perhaps I'll do favors for you.
Anything you ask.
Literally anything I ask,
I-
you do.
You are my queen.
Of course, perhaps down the road we can help each other out.
Today.
Today, is
Anything you need help with today.
technically down
I
the
offer
road
a
could
drink.
be,
That's
from the.
Unseen 7.
Thank you. Is it?
It's watered down. It's
alcoholic?
really watered down. At
I
this
can't.
point.
You see, because of my condition, I can't have too much.
Oh, what's that?
It's a very rough disease I've been dealing with for many years. And actually, you've heard this. Like, you've heard that Igraine has been sick for as long as you've been in office, really. Like, she's been a sickly person. She has what's known as skeletal fever, and it's basically, like, been stuck. It's a disease that usually kills people or stays with them for a long time. She's had people come and, look and try to remove the disease, but, like, it seems to be like no one's been able to help her with it.
What's it do?
It basically like drains them of their energy and like their life force almost. Like she's a high elf, but she's looking like not like a high elf would look. And it slowly kills them over time. There's really nothing people can do about it. It makes them look very old, like and sickly, basically. So actually, yeah, she's like, I'm actually out here trying to go for one last, go at it in the world. To
The
see.
cold, it keeps you better?
the cold preserves.
That's right.
As the great George Martin once said in his books.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The cold
I'm
preserves.
working on a bit of a theory myself that the fifth element is snow. And maybe my endeavor into snow could help you.
Bogey, did you watch the Chris Tucker marathon?
Oh, you must have
last
seen
night?
that the Chris Tucker marathon is
Yes.
playing on
He's
loop.
quite a showman. I do enjoy him so.
It's a very good film. So
Films.
so far.
The hours of rushing and...
Him and Jackie Chan's
Is
interplay.
that what the other element was? Was it snow? I sort of dozed off at the end
I
of it.
believe
I didn't really
it
understand
was.
it. Yes, it
Madame, it is snow.
was snow. That makes sense. I do.
Yes, there's
I-
fire,
Yes.
snow.
Dust.
Yes, dust, leaves.
Leaves.
You
that
see, my
sounds
friend here is
right.
covered in leaves.
I am at this point. I am bowing, and like not making a sound.
That's
No,
that's
he-
very kind.
He should stop. You can stop bowing.
You don't. Thank you. I
My lady.
appreciate. Thank you. I appreciate the
Oh,
gesture.
yes, this is good. Keep that up. That's good.
Yes, it's such polite folk, y'all. I
You have to
do
milk
appreciate
the
it.
alumni.
Well, I don't want to milk anyone. That sounds terrible.
Someone talk about cream. I could use some.
I do have a few pockets full of cream.
Please,
Would
if
you like?
you wouldn't mind. She holds out her cup.
I
some
try and
pocket
pour
cream.
it like out of my my little leaf pouches.
Yeah, she can't. I mean, she's kind of having a hard time looking at it. As she like reaches for it, one of her bodyguards grabs it and just kind of looks at it for a sec and looks at you, and then he like takes a sip.
Would you like some too? You're very tall.
Yeah, it's good. And he just hands it back to her. And she drinks. She drinks.
I've got more.
Oh, that's fine. Thank you, dearie. It's nice, isn't it, out here in the snow? And it's like it is snowing right now a bit. In the fifth element, as it were. But-
Yes.
Yes. And then at that point, you hear Purvis Johnson. He's like, "We're up. The fifth
All right.
snow team. That was what we were, right?
Yes, that's great.
Let's roll. You're playing the Pebble Toes.
Was that their team name?
Yes.
Great.
They're boring. Everyone give me athletics checks. See how you do here.
Can we also do any trash talking to the other team?
Yeah, it's part of the game.
We're at disadvantage.
Sure.
Still.
9.
9, 6.
Six.
See how Purvis does. Gets a 9.
Oh my god.
Y'all probably had a few before he got. Purvis walks over, and when he does, he just has like a pitcher of whiskey in his hand. It's like, look what they gave me. They just were tired of me coming up. And so he just is slogging from it, and so are y'all. And the Pebble Toes, Rhea, like kind of waves at you, Bogey. She's like, oh, that's the nice man that saved. And
So Ray, you're guilty and going down.
what? I hope. And she turns to her husband. I hope he's not talking about that
Number one
kid."
suspect.
And the husband's like, so they look a little worried, but they still crush the shit out of y'all in this game. They've been playing shuffleboard this whole time, and they are just hitting the back 10. I don't know, the front 10 triangle, almost y'all hit off basically every time.
Yeah.
Purvis, yeah, well, you know Purvis. So, yeah, they crush y'all hard. Y'all are eliminated from the tournament. Sorry.
Does he have to hold the same pole and try to do the thing?
He has to do it just like everybody else. No, I mean, they probably have kid pucks, so you would,
Yeah.
and sticks, you would be using that.
But I also don't know how to play, and that probably was
Yeah, that might
very
hurt.
much to our detriment.
Sure, yeah. That could hurt you.
I was like, wee, and like golf clubbing it.
Oh, nice. Just sending him down the... Yeah, and the night goes on, and they keep playing, and the Pebble Toes end up winning the whole thing. They beat out Graff and Eugene and Pike and Invictus for the win. They get second.
Pike is working with Invictus.
Yeah, he's part of the shuffleboard team.
I would have booed them so hard.
Well, you'd be happy that Invictus loses to the Pebble Toes.
I would have been just like cheering that on.
Yeah. They appreciate it.
No,
Yeah, no, the Pebble Toes.
that's right.
Yeah, because you hit. Yeah, got. Oh, yeah. That's going on, and it starts kind of dying down at that point in the night, and I don't know what y'all are probably just hanging out on top of the deck maybe. And as you're sort of chumming around watching the end of the tournament, you hear a scream, and it sounds very familiar. It sounds like Graf.
He was up here.
Yeah,
The
tournament just ended, and
Yeah.
he sort of just like went off towards the restaurant, and that was the last you saw of him.
Oh shit.
Well, let's go.
You
Run to the screen.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Come on. Come on.
I'll just follow you guys.
Oh man, you're just totally.
I'm tired.
useless.
That disadvantage is cruel.
Okay, here we go. What was it? Perception. 19.
I
Okay,
got a 6.
you're going the wrong way, but Clay turns you around. And
Come
y'all-
on.
Y'all head straight for the sound of the screams. You go like through the bar, and there's an open window at the back end that's not normally open. And you run out and like you look through it, and there's a rope and like a hook that had been clung to it. And down at the bottom,
Shit.
there's a small boat full of dwarves, and they have Graf tied up, and they're just like now gagging his mouth.
Oh shit.
I jump.
Oh shit. Did
At that, you leap out the window.
Absolutely.
how far is the fall?
And that's where we're ending that.
Oh,
God
fuck.